Welcome in to NBA Now. Here live for day 2 of the NBA Draft. Nick Roloff, Brett Elper, a fascinating round 1 yesterday. And I mean fascinating because no fireworks. We usually get some. No player trades yesterday. No shocking twists like Hang Jansen going 16th overall. The NBA big boards and the mock drafts, they were relatively right. Will things be spiced up here on round 2? We'll be here live to react to it all. And for my Heat fans watching on the Heat Report, we'll see who Miami takes with the 41st overall pick. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Today's stream is presented by Prize Picks. Shout out your city for me down in the comment section, as we do have less than an hour away until the second round gets underway. Elper, how you feeling about going into tonight?
Another pick away. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. But Rolly, do you think today you're going to go another 12 for 14 in picks? Because you were on fire last night.
Nah, listen, I can't say that. I mean, we were hot in the lottery. We had 12 of 14 picks correct in the lottery. Now, I think actually how I should phrase this more is not only did I go 12 of 14 in the lottery in my mock draft, but the lottery, all 14 players were all 14 players I picked. So the two that I missed, it wasn't even a shock. And it was just switching Kingston, Flemings, and Brayden Burries' team. So feel pretty good about that. I don't really have my pulse on anything going on tonight. Based off some rumors that I've heard, if the Knicks keep that 31st pick, it seems likely that they could go with Henry Vasar, the big man from North Carolina. There's some buzz as well that the Grizzlies at pick 32, if they do not trade that one, could go with Tennessee State guard Aaron Nkrumah, someone I'm actually a big fan of. It's not the conventional picks, but two ones that I wouldn't be mad at for either team.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, for me as a Kentucky fan, I'm looking forward to seeing where Otega Oweh is going to go. But I know there's still a ton of talent left here on the board. I mean, I was a little surprised that Trayvon Brazile did not get picked. A lot of the guys that are like big names for big teams are still available on the board.
Yeah, I'm not shocked he didn't go. I always thought he was going to go in the second round. I just had a first-round grade on him. Shout out my guy King in York, Pennsylvania. We got James Yoder in Dallas, Texas. We got Ty Man in Ohio. We got Ocala, Florida from Ashland Gibbs. We got my guy Slaying Cat in Boca Raton. Almighty Props in Pensacola, Florida. We got DFW for AJ3. I got a lot of real ones in the building.
A lot of real ones today.
Over on the Heat Report. Shout out to all you guys. Shout out to the people tuning in here on our main chat sports channel as well. Battle Red Mike in OKC. We're all over the place today. Gotta love it.
Everywhere. But I also want to hear from you guys, all people that are hanging out with us today. Look, it's not going to be as kind of the big names that you saw in round 1, but all the real ones show out in round 2. These are all the diehard fans. So I want to hear from you guys. Right now we got 110 people in the chat. Shout out your favorite team. I want to hear from you. Who is your favorite team and who are you looking forward most to drafting tonight? Shout out your team down in the comments section. I see Joseph saying, well, I think he's in Minnesota, but I'm assuming you're a Timberwolves fan. Time in the Buckeye. Shout out to you coming in saying Cavs. We'll see. The Cavs waited all 2 hours, 3 hours last night just to trade the pick.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, listen, is it a bad move for Cleveland?
No.
Like you moved back just about 6 spots and then you picked up more future picks. But to me, there's nothing worse than waiting all night to hear your team make a pick and then all of a sudden you get the rug pulled out from under you right at the end of the night. We got Steve rocking with the Timberwolves. We got CI going with the Bulls. Battle Red Mike is saying the Thunder. I know I got all my Heat fans over in the Heat channel. Shout out to all the real ones hanging with us. 170 people already tuning in over there. Let's freaking go. I don't know what John Garcia
what are we talking about here?
Jake Chipper, is that your burner? We got intern Chip.
We got intern Chip out in the building today.
We got interns.
James Yoder coming in with a $5 super chat.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in just 1 second. But let me tell you about our sponsor on today's show. That is Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use code HMA. You get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. It's daily fantasy sports made fun and easy. Turn your sports knowledge into some serious cash with just the click of a button. More or less on at least 2 player stat projections, and you can cash in. They have so many different ways to play on a weekly basis, whether it be Flex Friday. They hand out discounts that you can take advantage of, whether it be flash discounts during the World Cup. They've got it for the W as well. There's a lot of different ways that you can play Prize Picks here. This was a lineup I did yesterday. Ended up losing, unfortunately for me, but the good news is this was actually a $15 protected lineup, so I got a $15 bonus lineup to use today where I used it more on Vinny goals for the Brazilian team, more on Caitlin Clark points, 21.5.
There we go.
And then more on Angel Reese, 11.5 rebounds. We'll track that one throughout the night.
Rebounds.
But join me over on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Appreciate Prize Picks for being the sponsor here again for our NBA draft coverage in 2026.
Really good. Kind of a easy, predictable draft to start here when you had the first, I want to say, 7 picks. I mean, Roley was on fire to start. No shocker with AJ Dybantsa going number 1 overall to the Washington Wizards, the dog out of BYU. Then Darryn Peterson, the guard out of Kansas, going to the Utah Jazz. Cameron Boozer, the forward from Duke, heading to Memphis. Caleb Wilson, I know our guy, Bulls host Patrick Seatman was hype about this one. The forward out of North Carolina going to the Chicago Bulls. Keaton Wagler going number 5 to the Los Angeles Clippers. Mikel Brown Jr. Yeah, good luck getting the ball when you got Julius Randle and Michael Porter Jr. out there. He's the guard from Louisville going to Brooklyn. Darius Acuff, who I think is probably one of the best guards in this draft class, going to the Sacramento Kings. Kingston Flemings at number 8, the guard out of Houston, going to the Atlanta Hawks. And then Roley, a lot of Michigan players going 9 through 12.
3 and 4 picks here with Morez Johnson going to the Mavs. I actually have to get something out of my chest here, and this isn't just because our good boss James Yoder is a Michigan fan and now going to be a Maverick fan. The national media have all joined together to say the Mavericks made an awful pick. And it sickens me that they are unaware of how good Morez Johnson Jr. is. Not every pick has to be a flashy, this guy can be a top 5 player in the league. You need good basketball players to surround your star guy.
Exactly.
You are building around Cooper Flagg. Morez Johnson is as versatile as it gets defensively, has an incredibly high motor, tacks the glass. This is the exact type of guy that you want to put around Cooper Flagg. Yes, I know fans wanted Brayden Burries, but I'm fine passing on him here to go with Morez because now you hopefully have your front court partner with Cooper Flagg for the next 12 to 15 years. That's the goal here, and I think they may have found it. We'll bring in producer Coop, who is a Mavs fan and the host of our Mavericks channel. Your thoughts on the pick?
Yeah, I definitely wanted Brayden Burries, but I'm not too mad that they ended up drafting Johnson just because they needed the guy with toughness and the guy who's going to change that culture for the Mavs. So I'm happy.
We already have a trade.
Oh, boy.
The Los Angeles Lakers are acquiring pick 56 from the Chicago Bulls. And the Lakers sent cash.
That's pretty wild.
The best player, cash considerations.
That's pretty wild that a team traded for a late second-round pick this early in the night.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know that what's going
to land on the board?
Well, I forget, once you get past pick 45 in the second round, it's no longer an actual draft, and it's actually just free agency, where these second-round picks basically tell what teams they want to go to. I mean, remember, who was the Bucks player? Was it Chris Livingston, who went to Kentucky and instead of being a late first, early second, wound up going like last in the draft to the Bucks because their agent worked his way there, and he's out of the league. But like that's what happens here late in the second round. So maybe the Lakers have already kind of made an agreement with a prospect.
They already know
that is like, hey, get us into the late second, and we'll work our way to you at 56.
Well,
and that's what happened.
It's a little bit interesting to see. I mean, we know the Lakers, they need a big man, and last night they went with the best player available with Cameron Carr. And from some Lakers fans that I've talked to, they really like the pick, and some Lakers fans that I've talked to absolutely despise the pick. So, I mean, they have a lot left to see. Well, I mean, they have a question. Is LeBron James going to return to LA? We know they just signed Austin Reeves to that huge contract earlier today. So they could use these picks. I mean, what was it, last year, 2 years ago with Bronny Jr.? They used it in the late second round pick. So we'll see.
Yeah, listen, I like the Cam Carr pick. I know bigs were something that the Lakers fans wanted, but they want best player available with Cameron Carr, and I'm not going to be upset about that. And to round out the draft, we had 2 trades. Alex Caravan going to the Kings. Sacramento moved up late in the first round. That pick coming in from Cleveland. And then a wild, confusing 3-team trade between the Suns, the Mavericks, and the Knicks. Ultimately lands Koa Pete, the Arizona forward, staying in Arizona with the Phoenix Suns. James Yoder with a $5 super chat. That'll take us into our Super Chat menu here in 1 second. But I heard that Kentucky has had 0 first-round picks since Dusty May coached his first game at Michigan. Is that true?
We had JQ last night.
That's not true.
That's not true, James. We had JD Quintins going first round. What are we talking about here?
What?
Since he coached his first game.
Yeah. Jaden is a Kentucky player. Okay. Coop's a little slow sometimes, guys.
Coop's got it.
It's like I don't even know. Did you guys have a first rounder last year? I can't recall.
I don't think we did.
Now, can you even count Jaden Quaintance as a Kentucky player if he only put on a uniform 4 times?
I mean, he played for him. It's not like a couple years ago when Shaedon Sharpe played 0 games and just practiced.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That does not count. But they still, when he was drafted, they said, out of Kentucky, Shaedon Sharpe. No, but JQ, he played a couple games. I mean, he looked good. The stats aren't going to show, but you could see the true potential of what he was. And the San Antonio Spurs, they're going to get a dog out of him, and I'm not too happy about that as they're going to try and rule the NBA for the next couple of years.
Well, James Yoder came in with a $5 super chat. Coop, let's go to our super chat menu here for today's stream. We got about $100 in super chats, I think, yesterday. If we could top that, that would be absolutely fantastic. We got a lot of fun things that we'll do to show appreciation for a super chat coming in. $5, Mr. Yoder, like that? We'll talk about your team. Now, we did already talk about his team. Actually, I don't know if he's a Mavs fan
he a Mavs
or a
fan
Warriors
now?
fan at this point. I think he does convert to the Dallas Mavericks, so we did talk about what they did with that 9th overall pick, going with Morez Johnson Jr., also added Sergio De La Reyna at 25. Sounds like they are going to get him in Dallas this year after it was originally thought he may be staying in Spain for another year. $10 super chat. We'll do a Bean Boozled challenge.
We need an internship to go get the Bean Boozled.
Jack Lotteray stole it from us here. We'll have to go get it back. And then for every $100 today, we will do a beer bong. So we did a couple beer bongs yesterday because on our Heat channel, we got a $300 super chat. Shout out my guy Charmander. But every $100 tonight, beer bong. I would just go ask Jack. He's got it.
They're all in B.
Yeah. That is our super chat menu today. We appreciate any donation to help us here because it allows us to do more fun things here at the channel, like going live for the draft. We'll be going live for more World Cup games, I believe, once the knockout stage starts.
And then the U.S. game is tomorrow.
U.S. Open will be live on the channel tomorrow for U.S. and Turkey. Now,
Turkey?
Yeah,
Turkey
what's up with that? A little side tangent here. Since when is it Turkey A and not just Turkey?
Yeah, I don't really know. I think it's just because they've went about 10 years ago, they legally changed their name. I don't know the whole story behind it other than it's Turkey A. But it's Turkey.
So is that how it's looked at around the world or just FIFA?
Correct. The United Nations official designation is Turkey A.
Is there any other country like that?
I have no idea. There's Czechia, a.k.a. the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
If they beat us tomorrow, then it's Turkey A. If we win, it stays Turkey.
I agree.
Yep.
Even though we're going to rest everybody, so we might lose.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're already in the knockout round.
Then it's a big game for Turkey to get their name right, I guess. Yeah. Who has been so far the biggest winner in the NBA draft? I gave out 3 teams last night, Alper, an A+ grade. I'm curious to see who you think I gave an A+ grade to, because I'm not sure you know. But before we have Alper do that, let me know who you guys think won the draft yesterday. We're going to give some shout-outs here. Let you marinate on the 3 teams that I gave an A+ grade to.
Can you give me a hint? Are 2 of them in the Western Conference?
1 of them is in the Western Conference.
Okay.
And then the other 2 are in the East.
Okay, so keep spamming it down below. And I'm going to go with, I think CO has one of them.
Thank you.
I think CO has one of them.
The Bulls?
Yes. No?
No A+.
I thought they had a pretty good draft.
Bulls gave him a B+.
I would also say the Thunder had a pretty good draft.
They did have a very good draft. They had an A, not an A+.
Oh, come on.
The Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks, I gave him a B- grade. B-. I like Morez.
I give him a B+.
Yeah, I like Morez, but there's a lot left to
I
be
know
desired
you
there.
gave a really bad grade to the Pistons.
I did. Pistons were my lowest grade.
Yeah,
B+.
exactly.
I'm not a fan of Buka Corey. So my 3 A+ I gave out last night. How could I not give an A+ when a team drafted Giannis Antetokounmpo 13th overall?
That doesn't
the Miami Heat! The Miami Heat get an A+! No, in all seriousness, no. I gave the Philadelphia 76ers an A+.
Because they took Phylon.
LeBaron Phylon, 6th on my overall big board. They got him at the 22nd pick. I don't think they play similar whatsoever, but I said this on the live yesterday. I think 5 years from now, we're going to do the same thing we did with Tyrese Maxey. How did Maxey fall to 21? How did Phylon fall to 22? Like, you can play with 2 guards there. So the 76ers got an A+, and the other A+ would be the San Antonio Spurs.
That was my next guess.
I loved getting Jaden Quaintance at 20 there. Sounds like he might have a redshirt season here, but the long-term upside, tremendous. And then grabbing Terrace Reed to actually play for you now this year, who I love a lot, the big man from UConn. I thought that was a fantastic trade-up move by San Antonio. So grabbing Jaden Quaintance and Terrace Reed, netted an A+ grade for me. You give some shout-outs here while you say what teams won the draft. After I do this, Mr. Gio, $10 super chat over on the Heat channel. What's up, Mr. Gio? What's up? Heat picking a 41. Who do you think you're getting? Gut feeling, I think they take Emmanuel Sharp from Houston.
Okay.
Who do I want? I want either Trayvon Brazil from Arkansas, if they can magically move up in the draft to get either Malik Thomas or Isaiah Evans. But if they stick at 41, Trayvon Brazil, Richie Saunders, Emmanuel Sharp, and Tyler Nickel are the 4 names that I would keep an eye on.
All right, I like that. Maybe you could sneak in and let's take Owe. Get a little point guard.
I don't mind Owe. I don't. Do I think that he go that route? No, because they're probably going with a shooter or an athletic big. But I don't hate Owe.
That's one problem. He's not a great shooter, but he can get to the rim.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. Not a great shooter, but he can get to the rim as easy as possible. If you guys didn't know what the lineup looks like for tonight to start the second round of the draft, you saw the Knicks were at 31. The Nuggets are at 35. Clippers at 36. Thunder at 37. Bulls at 38. And look, I mean, all of these picks could be traded because if you see, all of these are already traded. Rockets via Washington, Celtics via Orlando, Heat via Atlanta, Spurs via the Pelicans.
You know who it's actually via? Well, it's via the Hornets. But it's like the Hornets had it from Golden State. It's wild, man.
They're just all over the place.
It's actually an unbelievable rarity to have a pick not traded in the second round.
Like the Magic
right there. We have 2 of them. Orlando and Toronto. Just have their second round pick. That's wild.
Just keeping them.
That's wild to see. By the way, for every $10 super chat, we do Bean Boozled on both channels. I got a Heat one. You're going to think I lied and cheated. I did not. I did randomly pick.
Oh, the toothpaste.
And I got the toothpaste or berry one, which it's a good one to have because even the punishment isn't that bad.
Yo, that Rockets logo's hideous.
It's so nasty.
Hideous.
Yield. What are we doing here?
I got toothpaste again. I don't even know what I actually think I always get toothpaste.
Well, I mean, I don't think you got a good bean yesterday.
No,
I think they were all
they're all bad.
Terrible ones.
And 4 of them, they were all bad.
And I got all the good ones.
Unbelievable. Oh my God, yo, they had
Sticky
wet
socks,
bandage.
wet bandage.
Yo, I actually spit that one immediately. It's so gross.
And then producer Jack was like, "Oh, you can't do that.
yeah.
You can't spit it out."
And I said, all right, Jack, then it's your turn to take one. Ridiculous.
Oh,
We
man.
did get another super chat from Butch, but make sure you guys do hit that thumbs up icon as well here. Over 300 people watching on Chat Sports. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. We're 33 away. We'll get back to Butch's super chat here in 1 second. And on the Heat channel, we got 255 people watching.
There we go.
Shout out to all you guys hanging in with us here. We got 47 likes. Let's get to 100. All right, let's do a 100 like race battle.
Now, is it going to be the main channel or is it going to be the Heat channel to 100 first? We got 67 likes right now. We got 320 people in the chat. So can all the people on main, let's beat Rolly in the Heat channel right now. Hit that thumbs up icon. If you're watching on your phone and you got a little horizontal, turn it vertical and then click that little thumbs up icon that you see. And we could jump those numbers up super quickly. It takes 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. It's free. It's easy. And I know 322 people haven't liked the video because it only says 75.
Yeah, we're trailing by 20 Heat fans, but I'd love a little upset here. Let's get to 100 likes before our main Chat Sports channel
76.
We're at 76 there, 57. I think we can get there. I know the Heat
I don't
want to
lose.
I know the Heat fans could come out. NBA now.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Either call NBA now or
Chat
you can
Sports
say
channel.
main Chat Sports channel. That's it.
I'm very, very dumb.
You can tell we got a newbie over here. Not a lot of
We did
not a lot
Red
of
Zone.
Chat Sports coverage around here for Brett Elper. He's kept in the little corner.
I'm kept over in Patriots Today land. If you want to go subscribe to Patriots Today by Chat Sports.
90 likes on Chat Sports, 69 noise on the Heat
10
channel.
away. 10 away, guys.
Can we get there? Johnson U's back in the building. Oh,
Johnson.
I'm sure an F. Roley's coming. Oh, there it is. It's already there. It's already there.
Got to make burners to like the main channel because F. Roley.
I'll tell you what, Johnson U's got a lot of time on his hands because he was in my stream trolling me yesterday, too.
Johnson U says Hawks won. Zuby Ejiofor is goated. Went to St. John's and Bonaventure. Johnson U, I'll call you out. No St. Bonaventure for Zuby. I mean, I went to St. Bonaventure. I'll tell you if someone went to St. Bonaventure because we got 2 people that could be drafted later tonight. Leger Jones out of Florida State. He went to Bonaventure. Melvin Council Jr. out of Kansas. He went to Bonaventure. But Zuby Ejiofor, he did not go to St. Bonaventure.
Did not go to St. Bonaventure.
We're 82 likes on the Heat channel, 95 on Chat Sports. Who's getting to 100 first?
Come on, we need 5 here on the Chat Sports
and then we'll
channel.
answer the Butch Super Chat.
We need 5 more. And 5 more, then I get to do one of the Bean Boozled. So we'll see. 5 more likes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, I don't. Man, what am I going to do with these ones?
I just hope you get a bad one.
I just don't. I'll randomly just rummage around a little bit and then pick one. 4 likes away from 100.
We're now 2 likes away. Heater only 10 away.
2 likes
the Heat
away.
may get
Come
there
on.
first.
Come on.
Horsey. Come on, Horsey.
1 away.
99 to 93.
1 away.
Come on, Horsey. Come on, Horsey.
Come on.
When's the next update? Oh, my God. It's actually
106.
The Heat hasn't updated yet. The next time it updates, does it get to 100?
You lose.
Well, the Chat Sports channel might have updated first. Nah, it updated 97. Nah. We almost got there.
Oh, what is this one? Oh, this is peach or barf.
You had this one yesterday and you got peach, so you better get barf. No offense. Oh, he got barf. He got barf. He got barf.
That actually smells like.
Is it really? Yeah, I can imagine. I actually don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. All right, let's get over to Butch's $2 super chat. No, because you see Caravan being like Bielitsa or Trey Lyles. I always botched his first name Bielitsa, so I'm not giving him
I'm proud of you for that.
What?
That you got the last name.
Come on, bro.
King's Legend?
He also played for the Heat.
Nemanja Bielitsa.
Nemanja. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
He
how
was
you
a
said it.
2K19 legend.
A little stretch forward big. You know who also is in that similar vibe, Mr. Alper? Oh, can I interest you in a George Niang? Very similar
Yeah.
play styles to Trey Lyles and Bjelica. And that's who I compare to Alex Karaban too, right? He's got good size at 6'6" and 3/4, 6'11" wingspan. He is a winner, 2 national championships at UConn. Really smart player, can shoot it off the catch. Not the best athlete.
Yeah, not an athlete.
Got good weight to him. A lot of good things going for Alex Karaban, but due to the lack of athleticism a bit and maybe the ability to put the ball on the deck, he projects more in that Bjelica role is a good role to put out there, and a George Niang role too.
Fundamental basketball is what you want to see. Like, you're kind of slow type of player, but good shooter. He knows how to take it to the rack, a good finisher at the rim when he does get there, and has a little tiny bit of post moves. I mean, Trey Lyles. Shout out to Trey Lyles. Also has the same birthday as me, by the way. So shout out to you. Shout out to Trey Lyles.
Always making it about himself.
Don't even talk Mr. Luka over there. We'll get to.
That's true. You do that too.
We'll get
I'm
to
making
more
about
coverage.
Luka, not me.
No,
Well, it's intern about yourself.
Yeah, it's internally. Let's talk about what I want to talk about. But before we do that, let's talk about our friends over at Prize Picks. You know that Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. And us here at Chat Sports, we use Prize Picks every single day. In basketball, it's over, unfortunately, but the fun does not stop. We got the big soccer tournament going on, baseball in full swing, and I also do motorsports every single Sunday on Prize Picks. I'm one of the only people that do that, but you guys can too. You guys could also follow me on the app to see all my lineups at The Real Alper. Get the picks before they even get posted on the show. And then, is this a new lineup?
Yeah, this was my aforementioned bonus lineup I got earlier today. Like I said, I took Vinny Jr. More on half of goals. He's got two.
There we go. Already starting off better than yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I went 0 for 3, so I'm at least doing better than yesterday. And we'll see when we got the Fever tipping off later, and we got the Sky over.
Caitlin
No,
Clark?
that's Chicago Sky.
No, she's on Atlanta now.
Yeah, I don't know the Atlanta team.
The Dream.
Yeah, it's on me.
Got the me-bounds.
I didn't know she was on Atlanta, though.
She got traded earlier this year, but you guys can make a lineup just like that. The app is super easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. There's a new user offer. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. The link will be in the live chat of today's stream. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
All right, 31 minutes to go until we get things underway in Brooklyn in the second round here. Let's go through some of my top prospects still available. A player I was higher on than consensus, that would be the Arkansas big man, Trayvon Brazil. 6'9", 7'4" wingspan, shot 35% from 3 the last 2 years, finishes 80% of his shots at the rim, 40-inch vertical, freak athlete.
He's going to be an NBA player.
He can block shots at the rim, 5% block rate over the last 2 years. I think he is going to hear his name called early here in round 2.
Might be one of the first picks of the NBA draft, but I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it a million times. If you play basketball for John Calipari in college, you're going to be better in the NBA than you are in college. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, and then a lot of people are naming Evans and Thomas as the 2 best players available, certainly among them. Both high-level shooters that any team would want to add to their backcourt. And with a pair of teams here in the opening first 5 to 6 picks that are playoff teams, like the Knicks, I think they go with Henry Vasar, but like you've got New York, you've got Boston early in the 30s, you've got Minnesota at 33, Cleveland at 34. You've got 3 teams that are postseason teams that could be looking to add shooting for their playoff rotation. So I do think Evans and Thomas will hear their names called early tonight as well. You may even hear a guy like Tyler Nickel, the Vanderbilt guard, who is 6'6", 40% three-point shooter. You want to talk about a model of consistency, Mr. Alper? Over the last 3 years, 2 at Vanderbilt, 1 at Virginia Tech, actually began his career playing for the Tar Heels in Chapel Hill. He shot exactly 40% from 3 the last 3 years. 2024, 39.9. 25, 40.5. This past year, 40.0.
That's a shooting M or F right
It
there.
is wild how consistent he is shooting 40% from 3. And because of his size at 6'6", 6'8.5" wingspan, I think Nichols got a little Duncan Robinson into him there. And then a couple of guys here. This is like what I call the quadrant of role players. Gillespie, point of attack defensive guy that can shoot the three. Quadir Copeland, really long, good defensive player, improved as a playmaker this year at NC State with Will Wade the last couple of years. Wolfpack and McNeese. Seth Trimble, I'm really high on him. A lot of people think he's a UDFA. Very well could be. But Seth Trimble, when I watch him play, all I think about, Gary Payton II. He carved out a nice career for himself in Golden State. I think he might be able to do it as well. Big fan of Aaron Nkrumah from Tennessee State as well. And then you've got some shooters here I really like. Ryan Conwell, Emmanuel Sharp, Jaden Bradley, the Big 12 Player of the Year, was on the all-defensive team as well. Really aggressive, physical, smart player that you can bring off the bench as a defensive guy and even run an offense at times. And Dylan Mitchell is a fascinating player too because this guy is long, he's athletic, he's an elite level defender and an explosive finisher at the rim, but he shot 6% from three last year. Like, he might be unplayable 6%. In the NBA if he doesn't develop any type of shot here, which is why he falls to the second round. But the athleticism and defense is enough for me to believe a flyer is worth taking on him in the earlier middle parts of the second round.
Look, and one guy I was kind of looking at is you had him 16th on the big board is Conwell. And I mean, that man is an absolute shooter. He can shoot from anywhere on the court. And I feel like, because I remember watching the Kentucky-Louisville games, it just felt like he could shoot absolutely. He would pull up from 35 in college. He was an unbelievable shooter.
Yeah, Conwell shot really well at Xavier before he went to Louisville. Volume went up, efficiency went down here for the Cardinals last season, but I still think in the NBA he's going to kind of go back to that form he had playing for the Musketeers. Who do you guys think is the best player available, though? Got some super chats on both the Heat channel and Chat Sports channel we'll get to here in just 1 second. But let me know who you guys think is the best player. We got RB saying Jack Kyle, the German guard, who I think could go really high tonight. I think he's got a wide range of outcomes. I have Kyle near the end. I have him as my 54th guy. I've heard some people really like him and think he could go in the 30s tonight. This is the second round of the draft. Anything can happen.
Are they the next big powerhouse? They've had two Germans selected in the first round.
Christian Andersen and Anna Steinbach.
About to have another one.
Now, Christian Andersen.
He is, but he isn't.
Yeah, a little bit of like a fraud German, if you will. Because
his family's German.
Yeah, it's not like
the Wagner brothers.
He wasn't born there. But he did play for the German team? Like under 18 team growing up. So him and Steinbach could be the next big things with the Wagners. Steinbach, Wagners,
Schroeder,
Anderson, Kyle. Are they going to be a threat in the world? Or what are they?
They won the last World Cup.
Well, is Dennis Schroeder still going to be playing with?
No, we won the Olympics.
Okay, they did still call
it was the FIBA World Cup.
Yeah. They call it FIBA World Cup. That's right.
But is Schroeder still going to be playing with Germany?
I mean, at that stage, when is it next? 3 years from now? 2 years?
No, it's next year.
2 years?
It's next year.
Oh, it might be next.
It's 2027.
No, it's 28.
I'm 90% sure it's 27.
No, because everyone always says who's going to be our bigs in 28.
FIBA World Cup 2027 in Qatar.
So is the Olympics 28 then?
Yes.
I don't think anyone cares about the World Cup, actually.
Well, that was when our USA team involved Brunson.
Oh, it was the bums.
It was
the bums that couldn't get it
Josh
done.
Hart. You mean the champions?
Yeah, you could be cool in this like Mickey Mouse.
I'm pretty sure Halliburton was on that team.
Yeah, another bum. They didn't have Bam, and that's why they couldn't get it done. Bam, two-time gold medalist.
Didn't they have Bam?
No, they did not.
Oh, now I'm going to look it up. USA
It was
roster.
a Jason Tatum, Jalen Brunson-led team. That's all you need to know.
Paulo Bencaro,
yeah,
Mikel Bridges.
Was on
yes,
the team,
Jaren Jackson Jr.
They brought in the B team that couldn't get it done.
Cam Johnson was on the team.
Bam Adebayo, if he flows to put on that USA jersey, he's bringing home.
Bobby Portis was on that team.
That's Heat legend Bobby Portis. All right, KBM, what's up, brother? Roland, you think Norman Powell will leave? And if yes, who would you replace him with? There is a lot of momentum growing that Norman Powell will be leaving the Heat, maybe going to the Detroit Pistons here in free agency. replacement options, I'm looking at Luke Kennard. I'm looking at Anthony Simons. I'm looking at Colin Sexton. I'm looking at Kobe White. Those are 4 guys potentially in free agency. There will be trade targets potentially as well. Isaiah Joe, Klay Thompson, a couple names to keep your eye on there. But I will say I would rather have Colin Sexton or Anthony Simons on a cheaper deal than Norman Powell.
So you just want shooters.
Well, that's what we need. We're good. We're good everywhere else besides backcourt shooting. That's all we need. We get some shooters, we'll be fine.
Johnson, shout out to your $2 super chat. Heard my favorite player is Randall.
You love Julius.
Big Julius Randle fan. Kentucky guy. You support every Kentucky guy.
I mean, I will say, back in 2014, he sprained his ankle, tried to play in that national championship against UConn, and the only thing that you remember from that national championship is James Young dunking. Randall was non-existent, but he did sprain his ankle.
Too bad my GOAT Shabazz Napier got it done. Heat legend Shabazz Napier tried to keep LeBron by drafting him in the first
round. And then
round.
he said, see ya.
And then Shabazz sucked. I still thought Napier was going to be good no matter what. I was ecstatic for that pick. Middle school Nick was fired up about Shabazz. I was, man.
Butch coming in with a 5. Shout out to you. As a Sacramento Kings fan, I had the unpopular opinion and wanted Kingston Flemings more than Acuff. Explain to me why I disagreed with most. Light the beam.
Light the beam. Listen.
Better defense, I'll say that.
Yeah, I can understand why you would like Kingston Flemings a little bit more. I mean, he does have a little Darryn Fox into him, like the way that he is so quick, the way that he can get to the rim. Now, I don't love his finishing, and he just wasn't as an effective playmaker as Acuff is. Like, Flemings is a really smart basketball player, but Acuff is just like, he's an engine offensively. That's what we call him because he can do everything. He can give you 25 a night. He can also give you 8-9 assists a night. Now, obviously, Flemings is infinitely better defensively, and I'm talking infinitely. But what are the Kings looking for here? Are they looking for a guy that has fringe all-star potential, which I do think Flemings has, or are they looking for a lottery ticket where they have now a 1A championship driving force? And I'm not saying that Acuff will be that much, but I do think Darius Acuff has a better shot to be a top 10 player in the league and a 1A on a title team than Kingston Flemings does. And that's why I think they go that way. Like, Atlanta getting Flemings works out well because they already have a backcourt with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So that's why that made some sense. But I would say Darius Acuff was the right pick over Kingston Flemings in that regard for Sacramento.
I just hope Sacramento keeps him. I mean, they always draft the good point guard and just never keep him. I mean, Darren Fox, you had Tyrese Halliburton at one point. They know their talent for guards. It's just, can they keep them? That's the question that I have. Because, I mean, every single year, it feels like they have the talent, and then they just never know how to do with it because you had the light the beam year of that 2023 season. If you guys didn't know the beginning of the draft from last night, Dybantsa went number 1, Darryn Peterson number 2, Cam Boozer 3, and then Caleb Wilson number 4. By far the easiest best 4 teams in the NBA, or best 4 players in the NBA draft. I'm excited to see what Caleb Wilson does with Chicago, but I just think Dybantsa, I think it's going to be a good fit. We'll see how he plays with Trae Young, and they have a little bit of talent, but I really couldn't name you a single player on their bench.
On whose bench?
On Washington, besides Justin Champagnie.
They got Justin. They're going to have Keyshawn George, the former first-round pick out of Miami. They'll have Tristan Vukcevic. That's a good name there. They'll have Bub Carrington coming off the bench.
Is Bub going to come off the bench now?
I would assume they bring Bub off the bench and start Trey Johnson. That would be my assumption. So there's 4 names that we just gave you. We gave you actually 5 names on the Wizards
There
bench.
we go.
Give you 5. Now, if you tried to give me a name on the Grizzlies bench, I don't think you can.
I mean, Gigi Jackson is a free agent now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a free agent now.
I got one, and it's just because he was drafted last year. Javon Small, the West Virginia guard.
Well,
they got KCP still, technically.
I'm trying to think. They had some players I've never heard of in my life.
Santi
play for them.
Aldama still is there,
Yes.
right?
Is Santi Aldama still there?
This is ball knowledge.
This is
man.
delete ball
I just named
knowledge.
3 bench players for the Memphis Grizzlies who were the most
I'm looking up their roster.
non-existent team.
Oh, they have Cam Spencer.
Oh, I wish that's a bad miss by me.
Yeah,
love Cam
I forgot
Spencer.
that.
Is he not a free agent? I'm 90% sure Omax is. There's no way they gave that guy a 2-year deal.
They got the guy from Tennessee or the Meshack.
Oh, Jamari Meshack.
They got some
I think he was
players.
the last pick in the draft last year. Is that ball knowledge too?
I would say that's
It is?
ball knowledge.
Chills. I'm nice at this shit, dude. I do this shit not for fun. I don't do this shit for fun. This ain't a hobby, man.
Yeah, and I mean, because of Rolly's basketball knowledge, he's going to give you immense intel and analysis for tonight's second-round pick. Better than ESPN, guys, and that's why you subscribe to the channel. Last night, we hit 435,000. Can we hit, what should be our goal for today's show, Rolly?
I think our
For our
goal
Chat
is to get to
Sports channel.
435, 300. I think we
300?
picked up like 200 and change yesterday. If we could get 200 today, I think that would be a pretty big win for us here. I know it's a bunch of sickos hanging with us here on round 2
bunch of sickos.
of the NBA draft.
500 sickos to be
500
exact.
sickos. Shout out to all you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already because we are live for the big events. We'll be live for the first 2-3 days of free agency next week, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon, probably Thursday afternoon as well. We'll have a rotating crew here at Chat Sports, which should be a lot of fun. And for my Heat fans out there as well, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we'll have you covered on everything you need to know around this team as we look to build a roster around Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo. Speaking of Giannis and Bam, I mean, does this not fire you up or not? They're already together. They were together yesterday at Asia Wilson's game, playing for the Las Vegas Aces, and today they were working out together. That is the best duo in the Eastern Conference. That is a fact.
The best duo?
Correct. That is a
Maybe the
fact.
best
I
front
can't believe
court.
we let this happen.
And no, it is a fact. Like, you could say you have the best team because you just won a title, but you take your best player and second best player against my top 2.
You're taking Giannis and Bam over Brunson and Cat.
Well, considering that Giannis is better than Brunson straight up and Bam is better than Cat straight up,
I
yes.
don't know if Bam's better than Cat.
Bam owns that fraud. Owns them every time they play. Bam.
Just because he scored 80 points in a game.
83.
And it was unethical.
It was, but like Bam has owned Cat every time they play ever. Owns them. Owns.
Sure.
Best duo in the Eastern Conference. Might be in the NBA.
I mean, Giannis, I can't deny what Giannis can do. I mean, over 28 points basically. Last year was a down year and he was hurt the whole season, but he can average 30. He can give you a triple-double on any given night.
Like, I think a lot of people are trying to like kind of pass off him going to Miami as like going to retirement. I get it. Like, last year was, by the way, the only year in his entire career he's really dealt with injuries. He's played 60 games or more every year of his career besides last year. And I'm watching his film. I'm watching his highlights from a year ago, even in only 36 games played. This guy looks as dominant as ever.
Yeah.
The way he's able to just drive by you or give you a shoulder bump and finish on top of you. Like, I forget how explosive he is at the rim as a finisher, man. Like, it didn't matter if it's Alex Sarr, didn't matter if it was OG Anunoby. I mean, they got you guys in a game. I think I was watching some of the highlights this morning, actually. The Bucks beat y'all in like an NBC game early on in the year.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
And Giannis went off.
He is so damn good. I just hate that I don't know what we did. I think it was LeBron's fault that the national media doesn't like to give Miami a lot of props. But like all of a sudden people are trying to act like Giannis ain't a top 5 player in the league. It's crazy to me.
And I mean, I agree that Giannis is still a top 5 player in the league. Every single time you watch him play, he'll have, like, he could go out and score 40, but even when he scores 30, it's like the most quiet 30 you could ever possibly see.
He does sleepwalk to like 25
like,
every night.
it's like it gets to the fourth quarter with 3-4 minutes left, and next thing you know, he's like, oh, he's got 32 points, and you're like, oh, shit, he's actually going off tonight.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, man. And here's a little interesting thing, too, as well, is get your votes in. Will Giannis win a title with Miami? Blockbuster trade on Monday night. I would make the argument, and I really mean this, is that Bam Adebayo will ultimately be the best teammate that Giannis has ever had. And stay with me here. I know he played with Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is better than Bam. No questions about that. But they also rarely ever played together because Dame was always banged up and injured. So to me, if you're going to get Giannis and Bam playing with each other for the next 3-4 years, that's going to be the best teammates he's ever had. Like Chris Middleton, fantastic player. Drew Holiday, fantastic player. They were never looked at as a top 20 guy in the league like Bam Adebayo is. And the way Bam is defensively. Like, I just think people underrate Bam to a degree as well because he's not averaging 28 and 25 a night. No, he just does it in different ways, beating you on the defensive side of the floor.
He also plays like old school type of bully ball for Bam. Like you're not seeing him being that typical big man you see in today's day and age where he is shooting threes. No, Bam, I mean, yes, he can shoot threes, but typically he is going to go down low and bully you into the paint.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there isn't going to be a more physical, imposing front court in the NBA. That is something that is an actual fact. I mean, if you keep Andrew Wiggins, too, I'm foaming at the mouth thinking of Wiggins, Giannis, and Bam as a Heat fan defensively, man. I really am.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they are. I mean, it's going to be like we talked about it yesterday, it's going to be a 4-team race in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, we'll see what happens between New York. What changes do Boston make? Obviously, Miami's coming up. And Detroit, you'd have to imagine, is there as well. Producer Chip is saying the Sixers, they're going to be lucky to make the playoffs. And if they do, they'll be out in 5 games.
Is Embiid actually going to be okay? Is Embiid going to be healthy?
Yeah, well, the Celtics are going to be like the 4 seed this year. So you're getting packed up by Miami by 5, getting packed up by the Pistons in 6, and you're losing to the Knicks in 5 too, if you're lucky.
Enjoy the play-in.
You're the best backcourt in the NBA.
Who's the other guy?
They got Edgecombe.
Maxey, DJ, and Philo.
Well, how can you have 3 guys in the backcourt?
Count them all 3.
You going to keep Kelly Oubre?
Chip's getting angry at
Have fun with Adem Bona as your backup.
Adem Bona's actually good, though. I like Adem.
I think Adem Bona is terrible.
I like Adem. I like him. Oh, we got a super chat. We'll get that on screen here in a second as we inch closer to the top of the hour where this draft in the second round is set to begin. Top players available. Miami obviously picking pick 41, but outside of the Heat fans watching our channel that were live there, Trayvon Brazil, Isaiah Evans, Malik Thomas, Henry Vasar, Baba Miller, Tyler Nickel, Richie Saunders. Those are the names that I expect to hear early tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if we got some other names going early. I've heard some buzz on Toby Awaka, the big from Arizona, kind of rising up here late. I've heard some buzz and momentum on Aaron Nkrumah, the Tennessee State guard, as someone who could go early here in the 30s. It's the second round. We've said it earlier as well. Like, really anything can happen in round 2. Like,
yeah.
Some teams are going to be different, man. Like, in the first round, you might have a lot of consensus thought amongst front offices. But when you get into round 2, I have a guy like Bryce Hopkins from St. John's, 64th on my board. Could I see a team falling in love with him and take him in the early 40s? Yeah, absolutely. It's just all
Bryce
dealer's
Hopkins.
choice here. It's all dealer's choice.
Bryce Hopkins.
I mean, I just use him as an example.
Yeah. He's a traitor. He's a traitor.
Traitor?
Yeah, he's a traitor. He was with us for a year, and then he transferred to Providence.
Did he ever play for you guys, though?
Yes.
I don't remember.
It was like 2021.
All I remember is him at Providence and then
yeah, you don't
St.
remember
John's.
because he didn't do anything, and then he hated Calipari and left.
Chills. In the first
That's
quarter?
electric.
I told you, Caitlin Clark has 11 points in 6 minutes.
Caitlin
Clark's on a heater. She's back. There was talks about Caitlin Clark already being washed.
Demise.
Her demise was great.
She hasn't developed. She hasn't developed at all. She's still the same player she was at Iowa.
Listen,
that was what the haters were saying.
I can't say that I watch a lot of the W because we're very busy working here covering the NBA and other things. But there were talks of people saying that she legit is like not good anymore. And then she's had 20 points or more in 5, I think, the last 5
She heard the
games.
noise.
She's just hooping. And she's going to put up 30 tonight. It's all down to Angel Reese. Can get 12 boards. What do you got for me?
Me bounce. Johnson, you.
He has a thought on a prospect.
Thoughts on Will Anderson from Bama?
Johnson, you can't play those games with me.
And then Johnson, you coming in with another 5. Wemby didn't want it more. Bam can't score. Knicks in 4. Johnson, you.
It wasn't even in 4.
Yeah. I can't wait for Giannis to put his nutsack on Knicks fans' heads.
Hey, I was at a Knicks game back almost 10 years ago where he had his back to the basket for 15 seconds and then hits a game winner against the Knicks.
Giannis?
Buzzer beater, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he had his back to the basket for like 6 or 7 seconds. It was ridiculous. No call. Of course, Giannis turnaround jumper. Game's good. Knicks lose.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, Coop, by the way. Is this going to be the year that the Heat finally break the curse of winning in Dallas?
It's been a long time.
It's not long. I mean, I moved down
You're
here.
0-4, correct?
I moved down here in 2022. Every year since then. So the last 4 seasons, the Mavs beat the Heat in Dallas every
And they
single
haven't been
year.
close.
You
No, there
guys
was
have a
one year-
curse
one year it
too?
was close.
You guys have a curse too? Because
Yeah, we
we
can't
couldn't.
Yeah, they do.
We
too.
couldn't win in Dallas for the longest time. There's something
win here.
about the water here in Dallas that you can't win.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. All right, 8 minutes to go until this second round gets underway. Shout out your favorite team for us down in the comment section, and we're going to give it about a minute. So at 7 minutes, we're going to let y'all spam your favorite teams, and then we're going to pick the first team that we see when it hits 7 minutes on the dot, and then we're going to talk about them and what they could do tonight in the NBA draft. Almost said NFL.
Thinking about football already. Keep spamming your favorite teams down below, people. We got 600 people in the chat right now, and I'm barely seeing anybody comment. The chat rate is low. I need everybody. Spam your favorite team right now. We're going to count down. Once this hits 7 minutes, I'm going to pick a random team, and we're going to talk about it. I got the trash can right here, Rolly. There you go. 14 seconds. Keep spamming your teams. I'm seeing the same 5 people spamming. I know 600 of it. Come on. Spam it, spam it, spam it. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. I see Jeff Gaines with the Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns action in the house. Appreciate everybody spamming their Heat on the Heat channel. Unfortunately, we're doing this simulcast. We won't pick anyone from our Heat channel, but we do appreciate you guys spamming your love here in the Heat. So, Phoenix, yesterday, only had 1 pick.
Well, they traded
Well,
for
they
it.
didn't have it. They traded up to get it, and they took Koa Pete, the forward from Arizona. Now, Coop, I believe we have our team card with the Suns. I would like to see what picks they have tonight because I don't remember off the top of my head here. And then we're looking at a team here that's trying to add more wing depth. I actually don't think Phoenix even has a second-round pick today. They
No
don't.
second-round picks for the Phoenix Suns.
So
okay.
I appreciate you spamming me. I guess we'll just say, all right, they took Koa Pete. The swing factor here will ever be good enough to become a shooter. That's the question. Because he's got the frame, he's got the athleticism, he's got the rebound and defense. Can he add anything offensively? That's the question.
And I mean, for them, right now, it's just kind of Devin Booker and company.
They got Brooks.
Yeah,
They
Brooks.
need
Yeah,
more.
Brooks.
They got, obviously, they drafted Kaman Malawach last year. Let's see what they do with Mark Williams. I think he's a restricted free agent. So they got their front court. They got their back court. Because Brooks was really good this year.
Brooks was incredible.
But how do you
and he
fill
turned
out
into a
those
shooter.
pieces around the 2 bigs and the guards? They brought back Colin Gillespie. They brought back Jordan Goodwin. If they could add a legit wing presence that can, like, be a second option and let Dylan Brooks almost be that third option, I think they might be in a good spot,
And I mean, both Goodwin and Dylan Brooks have developed into good shooters.
Yeah. You know who would be a really good fit on this team right now? Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant?
actually.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's possible to get Katie in Phoenix.
They probably could use him. All right. So that was quick since the Suns, they didn't have any second-round picks. We're going to do it again as we got 5 minutes until the second round goes. So we're going to do it again. Once it hits 4, we'll pick another team. Everybody spam your teams down below. I want to see the chat going crazy.
You know, it's funny. I see actually a lot of people in the live chat spamming Heat. I mean, self-plug here, guys. Some of the people I know are a Heat fan, and I've seen them in the Heat channel. You know we are live on the Heat channel, folks. We are live on the Heat channel, so if you're a Heat fan, just click on that link. Make sure you subscribe and join the Heat watch party so you can just hang out with only Heat fans and be over there.
All right. 5.
Correct.
4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. I saw Chastity saying Nuggets.
Nuggets for Chastity. Nuggets for Chastity. So they have an early second-round pick here. So this is a good team to briefly talk about before we get to the real thing starting in, I'd say, probably about 10 minutes. So they traded out of the first round.
Do they have picks?
They do.
Okay.
They traded out of the first round, moved back, and they have pick 35. Now, what do the Nuggets need? To me, they have been having a glaring hole on their roster of they just need to get more athletic. Now, they have Christian Brown. They have Payne Watson. They're looking to trade Watson, or excuse me, trade Brown, keep Watson. They added Cam Johnson a year ago. They need some more athletes off the bench, though, which is why I'm looking at Malik Thomas as an option for them at pick 35. I'd also mention Baba Miller. If they move on from Christian Brown, Miller can be a big forward/wing off the bench for them. I like his upside. They also are losing, I think, Jonas Valanciunas. I think that was reported last week. He's going to Europe to play or wherever he is.
Is he actually going to Europe
Yeah, it's actually official this time. So they need a backup big. I know they have Darryn Holmes. They drafted him in the first round a couple years ago out of Dayton. But if Henry Vasar's still on the board, I could easily see them going with the Jonas Valanciunas Vasar, who was actually another European big, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
Estonia, right? Yeah.
Are they going to let Tim Hardaway Jr. walk?
Yeah, he's going to be in Miami, actually.
You think
I swear to God, he's in Miami. No, he is. No,
he's good. So, I mean, they still have a solid starting rotation. I mean, you still have Jamal Murray. You have Aaron Gordon, obviously Jokic. So it's kind of just you need a lot more depth.
I mean, Chipper says every shooter is going to Miami. I said this on a video last night. I will make the personal guarantee that Tim Hardaway Jr. is in Miami, and then they're going to add another. And it's just who is going to be that other guy. But Tim Hardaway on the vet min is absolutely coming to Miami. They've been flirting with each other for years, and he's going to come for the vet min to be our shooter off the bench.
Will he take his dad's number?
No, it's retired.
But what if he wanted to unretire it?
I don't. Does he even wear 10?
But like
he does wear 10.
But like if he's playing for the Heat, maybe he wants to wear his dad's number.
And that's not going to happen. Minute and a half until the top of the hour where we get to the second round. Spam those goes if you're ready for the draft. Spam, 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 spam. Well, the one time we allow it. Let's get that chat rate going, folks, as we get to the top of the hour.
I see Enrico spamming the goes. Chastity spamming the goes. Everybody down below, spam those goes. Sarah Sherwood. Apple user spamming Heat. I want to see go.
Spam those goes.
Krypton with the go.
We got Slay and Cat. We got
Brock.
Trit. We got Inspector. We got Jay. We got Henry.
Mark.
We got H. Share My. Chico. 2 a.m. Apple user. Raider. Krypton. Chastity. Brock. Written.
AJ. TP.
Shout out to all the real ones spamming those goes.
Spam those goes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. We're 30 seconds from getting back underway in the NBA draft round 2.
Best second round pick of all time, Nikola Jokic.
Jalen
Brunson's up there. Draymond Green. Manu Ginobili.
Mitchell Robinson.
He does not make the top 10. Not making the top 10, man. Palo Larson.
Oh, yeah. But if I can't say Mitchell Robinson,
well, no, I only said Palo
Larson
because you had to bring you guys up to it. All right, top of the hour, folks.
There we go.
Welcome to round 2 of the 2026 NBA Draft. This is NBA Now by Chat Sports presented by Prize Picks. Nick Roloff, Brett Elper will be here for the entire second round. We were here last night reacting to the 31st round picks. Well, we'll be here reacting to all 32nd round picks. There's a lot of good prospects still out there. We got Henry Vasar. We got Trayvon Brazil. We got Isaiah Evans, Malik Thomas. We've got some interesting international prospects like Jack Kyle, some good college guys, Jane Bradley, Richie Saunders. Where are they going to end up? We'll be here breaking it down for you guys tonight. We have not had a trade yet to the top of the second round like we usually have. So right now, the New York Knicks are slated to pick with the 31st spot. The Grizzlies, Timberwolves, and Cavs round out the first 4 of the second round. And then the Nuggets, Clippers, Thunder, and Bulls all set the pick here as well. So an interesting kind of aspect of this, and we could even showcase the next quadrant here of Rockets, Celtics, Heat, Spurs. The first 12 picks of the second round, I think 10 of those picks are teams that are either vying to be in the postseason next year or legit NBA Finals threats. So a lot of potential here to have some young, controllable assets and contracts for these teams that need to add this to the end of their bench and end of rotation, since they're probably spending a lot of their money to some big name guys.
Yeah, you're going to find, some of your key rotational pieces if you're one of those championship contenders. Like you have the New York Knicks, who could possibly, at 31, find a guy to maybe help them repeat. Or like the Miami Heat at pick 41, you just traded for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Could you find that guy that is going to be the 10th man on the rotation to help this team win a title? There is a ton of talent that is still available in this draft, more than other times or other years in drafts before. If you guys remember 2 years ago, well, it wasn't very talent-heavy pool for all of those players. This year, you're definitely going to find some key rotational, maybe even some starters in the second round.
Yeah, I think it thins out a lot, in my opinion, after like the first 15 or 16 guys here. But there is legit opportunities to find rotational players. I'm not going to claim there will be superstars. It's pretty hard to do that. I know there's been some. We talked about it really briefly before the top of the hour of best second-round picks in NBA history. You got Jalen Brunson. You got Nikola Jokic. So you have 2 NBA champions coming in the second round. You obviously have Draymond Green there as well, Manu Ginobili, who we mentioned. So it's not impossible to suggest that you can get a Hall of Fame level guy in the second round. It just takes a lot of incredible work from your front office.
Yeah, it's where you find gems. And I know that, as a Knicks fan, we sat here last year and we watched, we got a trade. Never mind. The New York Knicks are trading pick 31 and 55 to the Houston Rockets for picks 39, 53, and a 2029 Kings second rounder. Of course.
The Knicks and James Dolan don't want to pay their players.
They don't ever... is there a team that actually trades more in the NBA draft than the Knicks?
No.
I swear.
Pacome Dadier, are you kidding me?
Hey, he was a first-round pick. Mohamed Diawara. He is the Howie Roseman of the NBA.
Yeah, there it is.
And they're best friends.
Now the question is, who are the Rockets moving up 8 spots to go get? I do feel like it could be one of the top 2 guards that slipped out of the first round, whether it be Isaiah Evans or Malik Thomas. I would feel more confident in projecting it to be Malik Thomas. I don't know why I have that feeling, but that is how I feel there.
I feel it too. The Rockets' problem, especially after Fred VanVleet went down, was they really did not have a true point guard. They were relying on Ament Thompson the entire season, and he's really not a 1. So they need to find somebody, and granted, I don't know if you're going to find a starter at pick 31, but you need at least some depth in your backcourt.
Yeah, I know I talked with our Rockets host about options for them. I talked a lot about Ryan Conwell. I talked a lot about Jaden Bradley for them at pick 39. They clearly had more... Maybe they did trade up to get one of these guys. We don't know. We'll have the pick announced, I think, in hopefully like 8 minutes or so. They have not been officially put on the clock yet, but I do feel pretty good about them going with a guard here, just whether it be Malik Thomas or Isaiah Evans, who are the top 2 guards on my board.
Yeah, and the Knicks are just loading up on second-round picks. They got 5 last night, and they're getting even more today. So I don't know what the Knicks are possibly going to use those second-round picks for, because it feels like they load up on all these picks, but they never, ever make the pick.
Yeah, they never do.
They never do. Last year it was Mohamed Diawara, and they still have. They were trading for, if you saw on Twitter, and you probably didn't, but the Knicks traded for draft rights of a player from the 2009 NBA draft.
They did that yesterday?
Yes.
What?
We traded
That was
for
part
draft.
of the 4-team trade.
That was part of the 4-team trade. The Knicks acquired draft rights for a guy from the 2009
So
NBA
that
draft.
just means like that other team had to send something,
Correct.
and the only thing they could possibly send that
A
made
guy
nothing.
from 09.
Is he
They
still-
also sent a guy from 14.
does he still play basketball?
Probably not.
What was his name again?
I could find it for you.
That's insane, man. That's insane. Make sure you do hit that thumbs up button, folks. We got 1,100 people watching. We're here live for free. Very appreciative of everyone tuning in here. Only 188 likes, though. So hit that thumbs up icon for us. Let's get to 400 likes. I think that's very attainable
We
here.
are at 188 on
Yeah.
our chat sports channel.
Boss-
12 more, and Rolly's going to take a bean boozled.
Bosses want us to get to that 50% like rate. Help us out. Let's get the bosses off our back so we don't have to ask for likes here for a while. So let's get to 400 if possible. On our Heat channel, we got 151. Let's get to 200 ASAP if possible. We're 42 away there. Keep on hitting that thumbs up icon. We did cross 200 likes.
There we
Every
go.
100 likes
That's
today,
quick.
we're doing a Bean Boozled. Keep on tapping that like button. That is greatly appreciated. my
So
friend.
this guy still plays basketball
really
from the
For what team?
2009 draft. Chine Melu Alonu. And
That's not a real person.
And he plays basketball in the Kuwait League.
What is that, Croatian?
He's from Nigeria. And he went
Kuwait's
to
a country.
What?
Kuwait is a country.
What'd you say?
Kuwait is
A
a country.
Sorry, one more time.
First team All Big 12 game.
he played at Texas A&M from 2006 to 2009.
I can't tell which one is this.
That's either barf or peach.
No, it kind of looks like the strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish.
All right, well, I guess you're just going to find out.
We are starting later than we did yesterday.
This
They
is-
want to milk this out.
Dude, if this is dead fish, though, I feel like this could be nasty, dog.
Well, there's your trash can.
This could be nasty.
Oh, man. Help us be number one here on YouTube. Right now, we got over 1,000 people watching right now. So if you're watching, if you love what you're watching, and you have an NBA fan that
I don't
can't
wanna
watch
do
the
this.
draft,
I'm
just
nervous.
do it.
Chipper, can you do this for me? Take this Bean Boozled.
What could it be?
I think it's either going to be dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie.
You can't do it?
No, I just can't do it. If it's
He
dead fish,
can't
I'm gonna
do
be-
it. He can't do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Chipper's Chipper's
internship.
You loser! All right, I'm going to do it. Yes.
What was it?
Strawberry banana smoothie.
Solid strawberry banana smoothie. Starting on a good foot, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off the good one.
I need that, but I don't think I could have stomached dead fish.
Every 100 likes, we will do a Bean Boozled. $5, we talk about your team. What draft picks do they have in the second round? Who they drafted so far, and what they could look for during the future of the 2026-27 season. $10, we are doing another Bean Boozled, so if you send a $10 super chat, and then $100, we're taking down some beer bongs.
I can't believe this draft hasn't started yet. Yeah, we're 10 minutes in here.
It's starting later than it did
Yeah, honestly, I throw that way in up. Throw it up. Throw it up. This is all his fault. It is all. Yeah,
He ruined basketball. He ruined basketball.
Boo! Boo!
Boo! Everybody boo right now.
Why are we starting this thing? We started at 8:07, I think, yesterday Eastern time.
I need to hear what Wendy and Malika have to say.
And Iman Shumpert.
Boo! Adam Silver, the worst commissioner
In
in
sports.
all of sports.
What are we
Boom.
doing? What are we doing?
Who is Vanessa Richardson?
I have no idea.
That's new. No, actually, this is ridiculous that we're doing a
We're talking about Jalen Brunson.
12-minute saga about second-round picks. How about you just announce that people are on the clock here, folks? Shout out to Written by Ryan, Tropical Storm. This comment was deleted. Jay Bass, Mark Lee, Bryle, Alex, Lowe, Jay,
Ben,
KBM, Inspector, Antonio, Allen, DDMD.
what are we waiting on, man?
I don't know.
It's Mark. Well, Silver comes out and speaks, and then Mark Tatum takes over for the picks.
It's just ridiculous, man. Whoa.
Whoa!
It's kind of fucked up, Chip.
What the hell are you talking about,
It's
Chip?
kind of fucked up, Chip.
Chip, what? Come on,
Good
man.
thing he doesn't have a mic on him tonight. Come on, man.
You're canceled.
Come on, man. What is Shams going to say? Let's hear him.
More Giannis talk because that's all he does.
He's talking
He's
about
talking
the trade.
about the trade.
Talking about the trade.
Can we just get to it already?
Yeah, this is actually pissing me off. I thought I'd get mad about how much they delay the NBA lottery. How about the way they're delaying the start of the second round?
It's ridiculous.
I see someone saying odds the Nets get Isaiah Evans extremely low. They'd have to trade up. They are picking 43rd. I will guarantee he is probably selected in the first 7 picks of the second round. So if the Nets want Isaiah Evans, they're going to have to trade up and go get him because they can't sit there at 43 and expect him to get him.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Tropical Storm says, hope Rockets take Smith. Gripdod says, Lakers move up. We'll see. They did. They moved up a little bit. But if they move up to 30s.
Siegel season says they're going to move up again.
Siegel Summer, baby.
I will never trust Brett Siegel.
He's got a good name. He's got a good name. Can the Wizards get Jaylen Brown? I doubt it. They just gave Trae Young the worst contract in NBA history.
I still can't. I can't get over this. This is ridiculous.
What are we starting at 7:30 or
It's going to
7:30
be
Central?
a 15-minute delay.
Playoff P.
How about
PDP.
Oh my God, Jay Billis has Emmanuel Sharp over Isaiah Evans, best available. That's crazy to me. No offense to Emmanuel Sharp, but a guy who's a little undersized, unathletic. I get he's a sniper. I like Emmanuel Sharp. He's 45th on my board, but having him above Isaiah Evans, like what does Emmanuel Sharp do better than Isaiah Evans? Because he's not a better shooter. Evans puts the ball in the deck a bit better. Okay, I give you, all right, he's probably a better defender, but that's surprising to me. Yeah, 1M on
One
Emmanuel
M?
is crazy.
Ooh.
What'd you say? Off your board?
No or a name.
Well, since we're taking so long to start, should we get our next 30-minute prize picks out of the way? I think so. So we don't have to do it in the first, 8 picks. These are our best available here. I got my eye on Aaron and Kruma tonight. And I'll tell you what, I know that some of these guys are going to go later than I have on my board. Like Whittier Copeland and Seth Trimble could easily be UDFA guys, but I really like those two. I think they're worried. Oh, we have the pick already. So the draft hasn't even started, but the pick is out there.
The pick is in?
Oh,
No, absolutely not. We are not trusting that con man.
Who did he say they took, though? Nah, if they take him 31, actually cancel the Rockets. Actually cancel the Rockets. Yeah, Alper's.
I got it. Well, since the NBA is going super slow, I figured this would be the perfect time to tell you about our proud sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the best place to win cash while watching sports, and that's why over here at Chat Sports, we make lineups every single day. And now we got the draft going on and basketball. The season might be over, but the fun does not stop here on Prize Picks. We got the big soccer tournament going on, big golf tournaments, baseball is also in full swing, and the app is super easy to use. You just pick more or less on a few player stats, and then you lock in your lineup. So you guys can also, if you don't want to make some lineups, you guys can follow me on the app to see all my lineups at The Real Alper. Get the picks before they even get posted on the show. And then we have Rolly had his Prize Picks lineup, his bonus lineup, because he failed to make a good lineup yesterday. So we tried to bounce back today. And you had the more on a goal on, who was it?
Vinny Jr.
Vinny Jr. He scored a goal. And then Caitlin Clark, the more on her points. And then Angel Reese, the more on her rebounds. We love those rebounds.
Yeah,
So
Caitlin's at 16, 5 minutes left in the first half. So she needs 6 points in the entire game. I think that's going to happen. Angel Reese tips off at 9 Central Time. So we'll probably be halfway done with, or we might be done with the stream by the time that Angel Reese actually plays the second half there. But join us, download the app, use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. So as the second round is about to finally get underway, we got Mark Tatum on the screen.
Silver didn't show up,
The Houston Rockets are on the clock because they traded with the Knicks to move up 8 spots. They sent 31, or they got 31 and 55 for 39, 53 in a future second rounder. There's a rumor out there of who they took. I would be appalled. Oh my goodness. I think we can't do that.
The two S's.
Can't do it.
The two S's.
Can't do it. I think we're only rocking with Scotto and Fish. I think Scotto, Fish, and then we're seeing it on the screen. Scotto did a great job.
He was tipping picks once we got
the 20s. So, Rockets are officially on the clock now. They're put there. Who do you guys think they are going to draft? Who do you think the Rockets draft? I think they should move up to get Malik Thomas. There's rumors that they're going with a different guard, but I would say they go Malik Thomas. That's what I think they should do.
Got to go with the guard. I agree with it.
Someone's asking, where's Brayden Smith on my board? I have Brayden Smith as the 51st player, so certainly someone that I expect to get drafted tonight, personally. I think him going anywhere in the middle part of the second round to end the second round is where Brayden Smith may line up. The reason why I have him a little bit lower than maybe you would want is because he's undersized. He's not athletic. He's a good playmaker. Reminds me a bit of Ryan Nembhard, who went undrafted a year ago out of Gonzaga and was phenomenal for the Dallas Mavericks. So maybe he can outperform expectations, but I'm a little wary of him.
We'll see what happens.
Wow.
They had it right?
It is official. The Rockets traded up to pick 31 to take the Ohio State point guard, Bruce Thornton.
Interesting.
And this one is a pick I do not love. I'll just simply say this right now.
You don't have a comp.
I had an undrafted free agent grade on him. I thought he should have been a UDFA. I do a player comp for every team. With Thornton, I simply didn't have one. Why didn't I have a comp on Bruce Thornton? Well, he's an undersized guard, 6 feet tall. He is incredibly unathletic. And here's a little fun stat for you guys. His size, being only 6 feet, lack of athleticism, had a sub 2% steal percentage and a sub 1% block percentage. When you look at guards that cannot dunk the basketball, have a less than a 1 block percentage, they don't make it in the NBA. Let me just name some other guards that fit this narrative, right? Shabazz Napier ended up stinking.
Nope.
Tyler Ennis, stinking.
Stinks.
Trey Jones, still in the league, but whatever. Xavier Thames, who is that? Samaj Kristen, who is that? Ty Washington, out of the league.
Out of the league.
Carson Edwards, out of the league. Tyler Ulis, out of the
Out of the
league.
league.
Marcus Page, out of the league. Like, these guys, like Rob Dillingham, Jawan Evans, and sure, there are some success stories. Like, you have Tyler Kolek, you have Monte Morris, you have Trey Young, but it's incredibly difficult for guards that are undersized, unathletic, and aren't there as a defensive playmaker to survive. I just can't get behind this pick for me because I get they needed a guard, but I just don't feel like he is going to be able to survive in the NBA.
I mean, as a very, like, he has the build. It's just he's extremely undersized. And you named all of those players. Like, you named Ty Washington. You named a Tyler Ulis. You named a Carson Edwards. Those are all great scorers. They could get a bucket whenever they wanted, but they just could not survive in the NBA for just the pace of the NBA and just everybody kind of really bullying them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they must have had intel that someone between 31 and 38 was going to take Bruce Thornton. That's the only explanation I can have, that they wanted to move up and get him. But I think they could have stuck at 39 and picked him, but they didn't. And they must feel really good about it. I would be grading this one at an F. I know it's hard to do that for a second-round pick, but I just outlined all the reasons why I'm low on Bruce Thornton, and for you to move up to take him with the first pick in the second round, that's a wild move for me. Wild move.
Pick is official. It's Bruce Thornton, the guard out of Ohio State. He's going to be putting on a Knicks hat, but he will be going to the Houston Rockets.
Yeah,
and we had it here first, guys.
That's crazy.
We had it here first before ESPN. We gave you a whole breakdown before they even had it on the actual broadcast, and that's why you subscribe to the channel, because we are quicker, and we probably have more in-depth analysis than they're doing on this terrible broadcast on ESPN, so that's why you subscribe to the channel. Go and hit that sub button right now.
Rolly, I've done a lot of the draft content with you here. We have not said his name one time.
Yeah, because I expected him to be like a mid to late second round pick, so there was never any reason to bring him up in first round discussions. He goes the first pick out of the first round. Now, I will add, like, I gave a lot of reasons why I didn't like Bruce Thornton, but if you're in here looking for some positive reasons, I have some things that I do like. He's one of the best scorers at all three levels. 98th percentile finishing at the rim. So yeah, he's a bit unathletic, but he's crafty.
He can score.
He shot 57% in the mid-range. That's 100th percentile. So he's a mid-range assassin. He had a 66.5% true shooting percentage. That's 99th percentile. Not as much as a playmaker. He's more of a scoring guard, but did have a 3-0 or 3.0 assist to turnover ratio. So there are things to like with this pick, but I just think the value is a bit rich, and I'm not sure he'll be able to survive in the NBA with the lack of defense, size, and athleticism.
That was the first pick of tonight's draft, and it came from a trade as the New York Knicks sent the 31st pick to the Houston Rockets for Bruce Thornton. And this comes from Jake Fisher. He says that we're expecting a ton of trade activity through tonight's second round. Among that activity, being told that the Lakers are moving to trade up even higher into the second round after already trading for the 56th pick tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what other moves can be made. We know the second round gets wild with teams being allowed to buy picks with money. You can obviously trade future picks. Like, there's always a lot of movement in the second round of the draft. So I would stay vigilant. I would stay locked in. I would stay subscribed, because we will do our best to react and have every single piece of trade detail announced here on the channel as the picks come in. This brings the Memphis Grizzlies up 32nd overall.
The pick is already in, apparently.
There was rumors earlier today that they were interested in the Tennessee guard Aaron Nkrumah. We'll see if that ultimately ends up being the pick. I'm hearing that it is not the pick, so no Aaron Nkrumah for Memphis. We'll see who they ultimately go with. Oh! I like this pick a lot.
The complete opposite of what you had for the last one.
So we go with from a bad pick to a good pick. We have the Memphis Grizzlies taking the BYU guard,
a shooter,
Richie Saunders. Why do I love this pick? Because he would have been a first-round pick. I'll guarantee that if he doesn't tear his ACL in February.
24.
No, it's not even that. It's the fact that he tore his ACL in February. But here's the good news. The Memphis Grizzlies are not a team that is looking to make a run this year. So they can bring Richie back in February, ease him back into things, let him play the last 2.5 months of the year, and then have him up to speed for him entering his second season. He's an elite three-point shooter. He's also someone who moves off the ball really, really well. Good, solid defender, 3.1 steal percentage this past year. He has an incredible work ethic. I always heard this story, and it always resonated with me. Someone went to go scout Richie Saunders, and the way that he works out and preps for a game is second to none. He is basically dripping sweat to the degree that you think he just got out of the shower while going through layup lines in warmups. He works incredibly hard. He is due diligent in his process to get ready for every single game he plays. This is another good pick for Memphis, who just continues to add high floor, smart, hardworking players. Cam Boozer, Kareem Lopez, Richie Saunders now. You add that to Zach Edey, Jalen Wells, and Cedric Howard. The Memphis Grizzlies are doing everything that they should on a positive level to build through the draft, make homegrown guys, and get back to competing in the playoffs. This is a fantastic pick by Richie Saunders and Memphis.
A good pick for the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, they are building. We'll see what they do with Ja Morant. But, I mean, like you said, Rolly, they needed some shooting, and that's exactly what they got. Now, it is kind of a question on when is he going to play. Is he going to make his debut in December, January, February? But the Grizzlies, they don't need him right away. They can wait for him to get to the team, and he can also kind of rehab. He can get ready and prepare because, I mean, the Grizzlies, they aren't going to be a playoff team. You don't need him to make an immediate impact right off the bat.
Yeah, appreciate the $2 super from Chris Kring. He was originally talking about the Kings. We appreciate you. We'll talk about Sacramento here when we get a little stop in the action here. We had a Grizzlies fan in the comments saying this is a terrible pick. I couldn't disagree more. I think this is a fantastic pick. This is exactly what the Grizzlies should be doing, taking good basketball players. The biggest knock on Saunders and the reason why he's going in round 2 is because he tore his ACL on February 22nd. Well, you're in no rush to get him back on the court if you're a Memphis team that's probably picking the top 10 again next year.
Yep.
This is a long-term play, and it's a good move by Memphis.
Do you think they trade Ja?
Yeah, I do think they trade Ja.
If somebody wants him.
I do think they trade
That's
Ja.
the question.
I mean, there's rumors that he's going to have to attach, or they're going to have to attach second-round picks to move off of Ja Morant.
They will. No one wants him.
No one wants to deal with the contract, the play style, the potential off-the-court concerns. So we'll see what happens there. I'll add, we said anything could happen in the second round.
It's already happening.
If you would have told me that the first 2 picks were going to be Bruce Thornton and Richie Saunders, I would have been very surprised. And here we are.
Siegel Summer.
It's Siegel Summer. So now on the clock here at 33, it's going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is the pick they got in the trade they made on Monday night, sending Julius Randle to Brooklyn. They swapped pick 28 to 33. And, I gotta be honest, if you're Minnesota here, what a win this is. Because you get off Julius Randle's contract, you move 5 spots back in the draft, but you have the potential to get an Isaiah Evans or Malik Thomas, who I would have thought could have been your pick at 28. So this is an unbelievable move here by Minnesota where they can get a guy I would have wanted them to take in the first round at 33, and they got off the contract of Randle.
It's Minnesota got an absolute, they got treasure for getting rid of Julius Randle. And I think we have the pick in, don't we? The pick is in.
And it is exactly what you think they should have done. They are taking the Duke guard Isaiah Evans. So the Timberwolves move back from 28 to 33 and still land a first-round level guy. The Duke guard who shot incredibly well from 3 this past year. That's what his calling card is. His shot diet is from 3. In 2025, he had an 81% three-point rate. It only went down to 65% in 2026. Shot 38% from three over the last couple of years. He did improve, almost doubled his rim attempts per 100 possessions from 25 to 26, but also increased his efficiency. Shot 68.9% from the field at the rim. This is a guy that's going to be able to come off the bench, complement Anthony Edwards, be a shooter, be a spacer, maybe even a secondary ball handler. Bummer for me and my Miami Heat fans that had a pipe dream to land Isaiah Evans, but it's a fantastic pick here after moving back from 28 to 33 for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And they're getting just another guard. I mean, what they are doing is they're trying to get as many a better backcourt. You saw what they did in the trade last season, getting Ayu Dosunmu, and he is a slasher. He could shoot the basketball, and now you're adding Isaiah Evans to come off the bench for both of those guys for Dosunmu and company.
Yeah, so the dream for my Heat fans is unfortunately dead. Unfortunately dead. Now the 34th pick belongs to Cleveland, which I think is likely going to be Henry Vasar, if I had to predict that.
For Cleveland?
Yeah.
I mean, are they getting rid of Jared Allen, you think?
No, in Henry Vasar, they just need a backup. They don't have a backup center.
Because, I mean, did you see the report earlier that they would be willing to trade Jared Allen for LeBron?
No, I think the Lakers would be willing to do that.
I thought it was Cleveland.
It was the Lakers would be willing to trade LeBron for Jared.
I thought it was Cleveland
There's
would
no
be willing.
world to where I would.
I thought it was Cleveland was
willing.
willing to trade Jared Allen for LeBron.
No,
I was like,
doesn't make any sense. And then I saw something that the Celtics would want to trade Jaylen Brown for Evan Mobley.
For Evan Mobley.
They wouldn't trade Evan Mobley for Giannis. You think they're trading for Jaylen Brown? No.
Why would you not trade Evan Mobley for Giannis?
Yeah, he just didn't want to. They believe in their young core. Man.
After getting swept by the Knicks?
Everything about the Knicks. Alfred.
And every time. I don't know who's worse. Cooper Alper. It's pretty brutal.
But it's true.
Pretty brutal. Hit that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. We're at 283 likes, 17 away from Alper doing it being boozled.
Oh, jeez.
Let's get to 300 likes ASAP. My Heat fans, we just crossed 200 likes. Appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up icon.
16 more likes, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm taking down another bean, and hopefully it won't be nasty. Brian says Karl Anthony Towns shot worse in his college career. Do your homework. Cat was a dog at Kentucky. What do you mean? He did develop a shot. He's one of the best big man shooters ever.
Yeah, 34th pick here. It's Cleveland. We've had to start the second round Bruce Thornton, Richie Saunders, and Isaiah Evans. So 3 straight guards off the board to start tonight's action. It's going to be an interesting night, man.
It's going to be interesting.
I see people talking about Baba Miller. I'm a big fan of Baba Miller. Have an early second-round grade on him. Honestly, I'm reminded of Muhammad Gay, the forward from the Atlanta Hawks, former Washington State guy. The way that he's got size, athleticism, can shoot it a bit, although still probably something that needs improvement there. The 34th pick seems to be in. And it is the Arkansas guard, Malik Thomas.
Oh, so they're not going with a big man. They're going with a guard.
Yeah, so no surprises. The 2 best players that I would say consensus were available entering round 2 are off the board in the first 5 picks of the second round.
Yeah.
Like, Bruce Thornton was a stunner, but Richie, Malik, and Isaiah were all expected to go high today. And they don't make it past the 4th pick. Thomas really volume score, averaged 15.6 points per game this year while shooting 43.5% from 3, or 43 from the field, 41.6% from 3. He has really good attention to detail about his offensive game. He's really good in the half court. Shot 50% coming off of screens, 42.6% out of timeouts and out of bounds plays. He is someone that can run a set. Now, the one thing he only cares about scoring. Is he going to be able to add another layer to his game defensively or as a ball handler? That's the swing here. Because is he just a scorer and shooter? Well, those guys can get played out of the league. But if you can add another layer to the game as a playmaker, maybe offer something defensively, did average 1.5 steals per game, has solid hands, maybe he can be someone that is that lead guard off the bench for Cleveland behind Donovan Mitchell and James Harden.
I like what they're doing. I mean, you saw that they're most likely going to re-sign James Harden, and it's Donovan Mitchell's team. They need more depth for sure. And with Malik Thomas, it was kind of, I'd say, he was a little bit overshadowed with Brazil and also Acuff on the team. Like, those two guys, much better players, like great players, but if he could have been that number 2 option, maybe he could have gotten a little bit more recognition.
Yeah. So Cavs, they move back from round 1 to round 2, and they go with Malik Thomas here. Do they have another second-round pick tonight?
I don't think
They do not. So as of now, one and done for Cleveland, Malik Thomas. I don't know what they got. Forget moving back from 29 to 34, but I thought Thomas would have been a good pick for them at 29.
As
Yo,
we
you've
did
had some
hit
moments tonight, Coop, that are all-time bad. I need you to lock in here.
Okay, Mr. Kuwait.
That has nothing to do with the actual broadcast and knowing what the fuck we're talking about. Denver Nuggets are on the clock and fielding trade calls, according to Brett Siegel.
We did hit 300, so I got a bean, and it is going to be toothpaste or whatever it is. And this is toothpaste.
Oh, look who got a nice one.
Rig.
Maddie says, how many undrafted players will the Heat sign? Well, they got to fill out their Summer League roster, so they're going to at least make 10 to 12 signings in undrafted free agency. They'll have their second-round pick, obviously. They got options.
Shout out to LA Crash Dog coming in with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, LA Crash Dog. Who are the best big men left for my Lakers? SaveAWarrior.com and the veterans and first responders struggling. Shout out to you, LA Crash Dog. Always appreciative for your $5 super chats.
Well, the Lakers are picking 56th after that trade.
They do want to. Apparently, they do want to move up.
Yeah, they could move up, but in that range, I would be thinking about Ugana Nyonsu potentially out of Virginia, Isaiah Nelson from South Florida, Felix Okpara from Tennessee, Rafael Castro from George Washington, another name to monitor, maybe Toby Awaka from Arizona, William Kyle from Syracuse, Nate Biddle from Oregon. Those are some names on my big board that are around that 50 to 65, 70 range that could be in play there. Wouldn't mind Malik Brown, really versatile big man if he's on the board. He is one of the better defensive players in this draft. You wouldn't believe it or not with Malik Brown. He was, I think, voted Defensive Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, at Duke this past season. That is correct. Also, the ACC Sixth Man of the Year.
Ooh.
2-time All-Defensive Team between his career at Duke and Syracuse. It's a good big right there that can also play on the perimeter as a defender. A little Herb Jones vibe to him. He's a big, but like at the next level, he might be more of a wing.
Shout out to, is that Tuho?
Tutu Uzuri. I think he's
Uzuri.
a Giants guy.
A Giants guy? Salute and respect to King Marsh.
You got to say it
little
in an
Colin.
Italian voice, though.
Salute and respect to King Marsh.
I don't know if this went to Russia or not, but
Little Connell and all diehard Giants fans across the pond. Greetings from our entire Italian national rugby team, currently in Tokyo, Japan. Please pray for my upcoming victims. Cheers, mate. Cheers to you, and that is a bean for you, Mr. Rowley.
appreciate you, Tutu. Oh, fuck. I got to do this now. Bummer. Oh, we got a $5 super chat from Mr. Gio, too.
On the Heat channel.
On the Heat channel. Rolly, who are we getting as a shooter? If I had to put money on it, I think they take Emmanuel Sharp if he's on the board.
Good call. By the way, Tim Hardaway absolutely is a Heatle.
Without a question.
Yeah.
He's joining us on the vet.
Yeah.
He's going to be a heat.
They're adding multiple shooters. One's going to be Tim Hardaway Jr., and then they're going to figure out probably a bigger name.
All right, the pick is in.
Okay, so they announced the pick. So here's the pick. We're finding out live here for the Nuggets at 35. They go Trayvon Brazile from Arkansas. So my best player available on the board heads to Denver. Little bummed, if I'm going to be honest, about if we're talking from a Miami Heat perspective here, because my favorite guys were Brazil, Evans, Malik Thomas, Richie Saunders. Oh, they're all off the board by the time we get to pick 35. I had a first-round grade on Trayvon Brazil. I'm really high on him for a lot of different reasons. 6'9 and a half, 7'3 and 3/4 wingspan, 41.5-inch max vertical, averaged 3.1 stocks per game this year at Arkansas, 5.2% block rate, 2.6 steal rate. This guy's a dog, man. Explosive finisher at the rim, shot 81% this year, 88% in 2025. Freak athlete, can shoot it 35% from three, good rim protector, and defensive playmaker in total. The Nuggets needed a backup big with the Jonas Valanciunas news of him going back to Europe. They get a high upside guy that can play with Jokic, can play behind Jokic. Big fan of Trayvon Brazil. It's a really good pick, in my opinion, for Denver. I had him 23rd on my big board. The Nuggets get him here at 35. So back-to-back Razorbacks with Malik Thomas going at pick 34 in Denver, taking the Arkansas Big Brazil at 35. So that's 3 Razorbacks now in this draft in total, with Darius Acuff going 7th overall. We now head to pick 36, where it will be the Los Angeles Clippers. Bruce Thornton was a bit of a surprise, but after that, we've just had the best players available going. So now I'm starting to think Emmanuel Sharp. I'm starting to think Tyler Nickel as options for my Miami Heat. Oh, I got to do this old bandage or pomegranate one. This is the one where I spit out immediately yesterday. The good news is that I know what it tastes like, so the surprise isn't there.
The other good news is that means there's one less of them in the box.
That's true.
Better chance. Bang.
Back-to-back good ones.
You've only had, what, one bad one today?
Yeah, it was the first one, the toothpaste one. But yesterday I did 4 of them. They were all bad. So I was owed good ones. More or less, 9.5 trades today. I'm going way more.
Oh, yeah, we've already had 2.
We had 3, right?
3.
Wait, do we have 3? We had the Rockets. We had the Rockets, Lakers. Was there another one?
Oh, I guess that Cavs one was from yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess only
so
2 trades today.
Here are the 2 trades that happened today.
This one led us off tonight, and then obviously Houston took Bruce Thornton. And then the other one, the Bulls getting cash considerations from the Lakers. I tell you what, man, like my board, it's going true to form.
Yeah.
We got the pick in for 36, and this is, I think, one of, if not my top guy available. Was he my top? Hold on, let me look. Brazil gone. I'm just bolding. Evans gone. Malik gone. No, he was not. He was the second best player I had available on the board, behind Henry Vasar. But the Cincinnati forward, Baba Miller, heads to Los Angeles at 36. Now, actually, we never showed the team card that we made, but I did draft fits for every team in the second round. The number 1 player I put for the Clippers was Baba Miller. This makes a ton of sense to me, with Kawhi Leonard's future very much up in the air. What are you going to do with that front court? Baba Miller has had an interesting career, played for Real Madrid in 2021, then goes to Florida State, transferred to FAU, and then actually finished his year at Cincinnati. How about this? Baba Miller declared for the 2023 NBA draft. Ended up withdrawing because he didn't like what he was hearing, went back to FAU, and now we're here. Shot 71% at the rim, 27.7% defensive rebound percentage, really good rim protector. How about this? Opponents, when he's at the rim defending, 3.7% less than the average. And he didn't foul a lot either. 2.9 fouls per 40 minutes. 23.3 assist rate, so he's a pretty solid connective passer. I compared him to Muhammad Gay, who comes off the bench for Atlanta. This is a really fun, high upside pick for the Clippers. People in the draft space and circle thought 2 years ago Miller could have went in the lottery. Now he goes here at 36.
We know if the Mavs would have stuck and picked at 30, it sounds like they were going to take him at 30 as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Bob Miller. Where did I have him overall on the big board? I had him at 34. So relatively good value for Los Angeles here at 36. The best player left on my board now, Henry Vasar, the big out of North Carolina. Who do you think the OKC should get as a real steal? The Thunder are picking tonight at 37. Oh, we're on the clock. A steal pick for them. I think Aaron Nkrumah. The Tennessee State guard, would be a fun addition. I think that'd be a fun addition.
What were the picks I missed, Rolly, while I was gone for 2 seconds?
Baba Miller to the Clippers at 36. And I think that was it. Because 35 was Trayvon Brazile.
Okay.
Yeah, and you saw that one.
Baba Miller, Yannick Niederhauser,
Oh, here's
wow.
Brett Siegel. Lakers are trying to trade up to get the 37th pick, who currently on the clock. The Lakers want Henry Vasar, someone they've been connected to in the first round at 25. I was right the first time. Should have stuck with it. They ended up taking Cameron Carr, but they could land Carr and Vasar here. I'm telling you, Lakers fans would think they won the draft, which heck, it'd be a heck of a draft if they did land Vasar.
Hell of a draft if they landed. I mean, I've said it before, like, right now, the Lakers, Ayton's a free agent, isn't he?
He can opt out.
And
$8 million. I think he opts in, though. Is he getting more than that?
He's not
He
getting,
thinks he is, and the word is he's leaning opt out.
which is crazy to think, but if he opts out, he's not returning. And is Hayes a free agent also?
He is a free agent.
So they have no big men. So right now, they definitely need to go and draft a big man, or they got to throw the absolute bag at Mitchell Robinson. But you can go and get somebody in the draft like Henry Vasar, who I think would be a very, very solid player for him. I mean, 17 points per game at UNC, solid vertical. He's good.
42% from three last year.
Do they really? They need a little bit of shooting, but I mean, just someone. They need someone who can work in the pick and roll with Luka. That's what they need.
For our Heat fans out there, we're on the clock and 4 picks. Obviously, we will have a pick reaction here live on the channel, and we will do a full pick breakdown here as well. So I apologize for the 1,000 people watching. I host our Heat channel. I have to do both. So we will take 8 to 10 minutes of the stream to break down the Heat's pick when we get there at 41, and then we will get back to recapping what we missed while we were doing that. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up there.
And we still got 1,000 people, 1,100 people chilling with us on our Chat Sports channel. And I mean, I know the season just ended, but it's a long playoffs, and a lot of you guys, especially these teams that are having, like, who are really paying attention to the draft, you haven't seen your team played in almost 2.5 months now. So if you're ready for the season to start already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Show the entire world how much you're ready for the 2026 NBA season. And within, 2 weeks, Rolly, we're going to see these players in action?
Yeah, Summer League starts, I think, for some teams, like July 4th. Like, I think that July 4th weekend, I believe we have, like, the Utah League starting, or the California Classic.
The Sacramento League.
We got really quick turnarounds for some of these young guys. We'll have Summer League teams probably filled out over the next 48 hours, and we'll see basketball back on our court. Speaking of basketball, you could actually make prize picks lineups on the Summer League.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I did it last year.
I mean, I was making team picks back in the day, and I will never forget it was a Knicks-Pelicans game in 2019 where I had the Knicks, and I didn't win because of an earthquake.
Are you talking about the real earthquake or the Zion Williamson earthquake?
Both. It was a earthquake during a Zion Williamson game.
Yeah, let's find out who the Thunder pick at 37. If it's Vasar, it's probably being traded to L.A. Well, no trade
Ryan
for the
Conwell.
Lakers. It's going to be the Louisville guard, the lefty, heading to OKC. Ryan Conwell, pretty good value here, I guess.
Get him at 16th.
46th overall player on my board. Conwell, a just flat-out shooter. Don't let the 34.5% mark this year paint the picture. He was a 41% three-point shooter at Xavier in 2025 and shot 40% in 2024 at Indiana State. Just the usage rate went all the way up this year at Louisville, so the efficiency fell off just slightly. He is kind of that modern NBA bench guard. All of his shots are either at the rim or from three. That's what you get when you play for Pat Kelsey, excuse me. He doesn't shoot that well at the rim, only 59%.
Oh, Rolly.
What's up?
They're trading it to the Heat.
Oh, the Heat got Conwell.
Yes.
Oh, the Heat have Ryan Conwell.
For pick 41.
Oh, this is for the Heat. This is for the Heat. This is for the Heat. Bad producing. Bad for producing. Just kidding. No one told me. This is the Heat's pick. For my Heat guys, this is our guy. This is our guy. Ryan Conwell in Miami.
It is for cash and the 41st pick, according to Shams.
So we didn't give up anything else. So we just moved up 4 spots using cash to get Ryan Conwell. Let's go!
Look, I mean,
Let's go!
For Conwell, he had the one game against Kentucky that I watched from him. He scored 24 points. I just know how much of a shooter he is. I felt like he also got his chance to shine after Mikel Brown went down towards the back end of the season, and he missed a couple games, and Mikel missed the games in the NCAA tournament, and Conwell was the guy. Conwell was the guy that Louisville relied on in those 2 tournament games.
Yeah, so order of operations here. We just took Ryan Conwell. We're going to do a full breakdown on him here in a second. Coop, want to go full screen, so we do a quick short. I'm going to message Jackson Durham, and then we'll get into that. So the Heat trade up to get Ryan Conwell here. Coop, when you're ready, let's rock and roll it. The Miami Heat move up from pick 41 to get Ryan Conwell. They send cash considerations. Miami had about $7.5 million to spend in the draft today. Resets here a week from now on July 6th. Conwell shot 35% from 3 last year, 6'2", physical, 40% three-point shooter the last 2 years at Xavier and Indiana State. Miami targeting shooting. They get a shooter in Ryan Conwell. Subscribe and follow for more full video coming here soon on the channel. Who is my player comp, though, for Ryan Conwell? Someone Miami's been linked to in free agency already, Tim Hardaway Jr. This makes all the sense in the world for me. Miami targeting shooting after adding Giannis Antetokounmpo. They get a sniper in Ryan Conwell. All right, I'll message Durham here in 1 second. Let me do that. Oh, where's the Slack? Just filmed Heat short, and then we're going to do a full breakdown on the channel. Who won 38? Brayden Smith. All right, we're about to do it. Grade the Heat's pick for me down in the comments section. I see a B, A plus, C, B. Listen, I don't hate it. Like, I had other guys higher on the board. I would have actually been intrigued going with Henry Vesar, if I'll be honest, because we did need a backup big. But Miami sends cash considerations to get this pick, and they lend Ryan Conwell, the 6'2 guard, who is a shooter. We're going to talk about this pick fully in depth here, so when you're ready, Coop, I think we need to get into this like ASAP so we can get back to the second round. So,
Is that the only way we'll need?
yeah, that and a sub,
Yep.
and then we'll do it. So I'll do and then we'll obviously have to do a prize picks read, so this will do our work there.
Do you want the Heat background?
No, it's fine. You can just do this. So let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
All right.
Here we go.
The Miami Heat are taking Ryan Conwell with the 37th pick in the second round. Miami moves up from 41 to get the Louisville guard. We're going to break him down on today's show, presented by Prize Picks. Let's start with the trade, because I'm sure people are going to be wondering, what did Miami give up to get the lefty from Louisville? Well, they didn't give up anything. They just had cash. And the good news is Miami had about $7.4 million left over from this past league year to use tonight. So they still potentially could use some cash to buy another second-round pick tonight if they so choose to. So you move up 4 spots and don't give up any future assets. That's good management by Pat Riley, Andy Ellisberg, and Adam Simon. So let's talk about Ryan Conwell now. 22 years old, 6'2", 6'7" wingspan, so like that size there, plays physical, 215 pounds. So he's big, he's long, he's physical. Average 18 a game this year for the Cardinals. Now, the efficiency will tell you not good. Here's where I'll tell you you should stay calm. Because in 2025 at Xavier, he shot 41% from 3 on 12.5 attempts per 100 possessions. In the Missouri Valley playing for Indiana State in 2024, he shot 40% on 11.5 three-pointers per 100 possessions. This is a flat-out shooter who had a dip in efficiency because his volume went astronomically high this year for Louisville with Mikel Brown banged up. We know that Miami was targeting shooting after acquiring Giannis Antetokounmpo late Monday night. Ryan Conwell has been tagged as a Heat fit from the start. There are other names out there like Emmanuel Sharp, like Tyler Nickel, but they go with the lefty from Louisville. More coming on Conwell here in just 1 second, but get down in the comment section. Let me know. Grade the pick for Miami, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to give you my grade here in 1 second, but let me know yours first. I'm giving this grade a B+. Is it my favorite? No. But is it exactly what Miami needs? Absolutely. I had a couple guys higher on my board at this point other than Conwell. Examples, Tyler Nickel from Vanderbilt, Henry Vasar from North Carolina, Jacoby Gillespie from Tennessee, Emmanuel Sharp. I had 1 spot higher on my board at 45, had Conwell at 46, Jaden Bradley and Aaron Nkrumah, a couple other guys that I'm a big fan of as well, but they eventually go with Conwell. And I can't really complain about this pick whatsoever because he is a modern NBA guard. He just is. Looking at his shot chart, it's ridiculous. Like 98% of his shots either came from the restricted area in the paint or from beyond the arc. And we already talked about his three-point game. The one knock I'll give him is that he shot 58% at the rim. That's obviously not great. The question is, what is going to be his fit in the NBA, though? Because he's 6'2", but he's not a point guard. He was forced into playing point guard for Louisville this year, but that's not his role at the next level. I think he's going to be more of an off-ball 2-guard movement shooter, coming off screens, pin downs. I do think, though, he benefited from being pushed into a point guard role at Louisville this year. So he might have some capabilities of handling the rock or coming off of a curl or a screen, catching it, leveraging his shooter to putting it on the deck and getting to the rim or kicking it to an open teammate. What is the age-old adage in the NBA? Can he shoot, dribble, pass? Well, Ryan Conwell can shoot, dribble, pass. How was he defensively? That's a question mark, but I do like this pick for Miami. We'll talk more about it here in just a second, but make sure you join us on Prize Picks, the sponsor for today's show. Download the app and use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. You can play the World Cup. You can play the W. You can play baseball. You can play golf. You could play even motorsports. That's something that people do. I don't know why. But you also get Flex Friday that you can go take advantage of where you lose. But guess what? You still get bonus lineups back. There's so many different ways to play Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy made fun and easy. I have a lineup today that is looking tremendous. More on Vinny Jr. goals for Brazil. Had 2. More on Caitlin Clark points. She's balling out tonight. And we just need to round it out with more on Angel Reese, 11.5 rebounds. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That is code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. But as we dive into Ryan Conwell a bit more here, we've talked a lot about the goods, the shooting, the size, the length. Let's talk about why he is a second-round guy. Okay. We already mentioned, not a good finisher at the rim. 59% this year, 56% in 2025. He doesn't really work his way to the free throw line whatsoever, but good shooter when he does, 83.2%. He's really not that active a defender as well. You're not going to really rely on him to be someone that is aggressive at the point of attack, but he does have the length to do that. We mentioned he's got a +5 wingspan. He's got a 6'7 wingspan, and he's athletic too. 39.5-inch max vertical, 75.8 agility score for a shooting guard. So he has the athleticism, he's got the strength, he's got the max vertical, so he's got the athletic tools to be a solid defender. Will he be able to apply himself, though, to actually use his length and athleticism to become a good defender in the NBA? The one thing I don't love about his defense is that he does foul a lot. And that becomes from him being lazy at times, not moving his feet, putting himself in bad positions to where he can be called for a foul. Had 3.6 foul called per 40 minutes. That's not good. And he's been at 3 fouls plus per 40 minutes every year of his college career. That's a concern for me. And the one other thing I'll mention, the size tells you he's a point guard, but he's not a point guard. We already mentioned that a little bit earlier, but he does have some solid playmaking tendencies, which allows him to be a off-ball guard, and it also allows him to be maybe a secondary connecting player as well. We talked about it a bit earlier, but I compared him to Tim Hardaway Jr., a player that Miami has been linked to as a potential vet min free agent target when free agency opens up a week from now. This is why you subscribe to the channel, because we will have you covered with daily Miami Heat content. If the Heat make another move tonight in the draft, we will be having you covered. We're also live right now if you're watching this on Wednesday night, so tap into that live show. But as we kind of round out tonight's show, here's another thing that Heat fans are going to love, and if you're still watching, you're a real one. We sniped them from Boston. We're just handing the Celtics L's all off season long. I'm putting up the L for Boston. I'm also chucking it up for Louisville. Shout out the Cardinals. What do I mean? It was reported earlier today that Boston has a liking to Ryan Conwell, who was picking at they were picking at 40. One spot ahead of Miami. So Adam Simon, Pat Riley said, you know what? Punking you guys getting Giannis Antetokounmpo wasn't enough for me. I want to go snipe your second-round target, Ryan Conwell. So I'm really excited about this for a multitude of ways. I think he's going to be able to find the floor in Eric Spoelstra's rotation year one. The swing skill for him is that defense, man. He's going to be a good shooter in the NBA. Can he apply himself on that defensive end of the floor and be a factor there? Because if he is and can be, this is a potential steal for Miami here in the second round, which I'm really excited about. Make sure you follow me over on Instagram. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter and subscribe to the channel. I know it's a lot, but we're going to continue to have you covered with more Miami Heat content. See you later with another Heat video. Go Heat. All right, Alper, break it down for the people as I take a little bit of a breather.
No, I definitely got it for you. You spoke for a long, long time. Let's keep up with what we missed so far while Rolly was given that good analysis on the Heat pick, even though it's still always L's down over at Lexington. But the Pacers, they traded for the 38th pick, and the Bulls received Cam Jones. They got pick swaps and cash considerations. And then they ended up taking Brayden Smith. So he will be going to the Indiana Pacers. And then next up, my New York Knicks were on the board, and they took the German, Jack Kyle. I'm making sure I'm saying that right. And I'm enjoying this. They got somewhat of a decent shooter. That's what the Knicks needed. They needed someone who was going to replace Landry Shamet, and he only shot 30%, and we'll see. I kind of like the Knicks once again taking a foreign player, Rolly. Once again taking a foreign player, so it's a little interesting, but I'm excited for this pick. 12 points per game, almost 4 assists per game, 1 steal, a little bit of defense, 38% field goal shooting. 30% from three, but he's going to get better. He is only 20 years old and no ceilings. They gave a little breakdown. Kyle is a smooth two-guard who shows impressive flashes of self-creation as a pull-up shooter, slasher, and foul magnet, though he will need to improve his finishing around the basket in order to make an impact at the NBA level. And look, for me, they needed also someone who could take the ball up the court. When you looked at the NBA playoffs and watched this New York Knicks team, they needed someone who could dribble the basketball because after Jalen Brunson, they were pressuring him. He gives it up, could be a turnover automatically. They needed someone who could definitely keep and carry and distribute the ball and be that facilitator, that point guard. And they got that in Jack Kyle. Also, I think we got the 40th pick in, and the Celtics, they went and got Dylan Mitchell, the forward out of St. John's, a 6'6" forward, a senior, 22 years old. Not your biggest guy for scoring. I mean, only 8.3 points per game, 7 rebounds, 56% from the field. And you look at his scouting report, talented athlete with some nice playmaking ability to match. And I mean, for the Celtics, you have your forwards. We'll see what they do with Jaylen Brown, who I saw some reports earlier that they kind of are still looking and still kind of finding who they are, what they are going to do. And, okay, OKC. I like that pick. We'll get to that in a second. But for Dylan Mitchell, defense. And for the Celtics, they needed defense because all they do is shoot threes. And for the 41st pick, who is this is going to OKC. I know there was a trade all over the place. They took my guy, Otega-Oweh, out of Kentucky. Finally, I was waiting to see where he was going to go in the NBA draft. And look, Otega-Oweh spending the last 2 years at Kentucky. He was at Oklahoma for a little bit, but this guy, he's not your best shooter. As you can see, only 33% from the field, but he can get a bucket whenever he wants. When you are looking at a true slashing point guard, that's what you're finding with Otega-Oweh. He knows how to create a shot. The only thing that was kind of going in where you didn't know what to do was his three-point shot. I love this pick for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Going to be a backup, obviously, for SGA. And they're getting better. And they're definitely trying to load up and let's just say beat the San Antonio Spurs. So I'm glad that my guy Otega-Oweh is getting drafted here. But if you guys just tuned in, the 37th pick, Ryan Conwell out of Louisville, went to the Miami Heat. Brayden Smith went to, what are you saying, Sam?
Yeah, look at the trade here. Isaiah Stewart just went to the Grizzlies.
Oh, Isaiah Stewart just went to, oh my.
Now, I will say,
you could have just screamed it out.
Yeah, I will say, we couldn't see it in the tweet deck either. I'm ready to get brought back in. I've handled everything I need.
No, I mean, Shams Charania just tweeted out the Pistons are trading Isaiah Stewart to the Memphis Grizzlies for 3 future second-round picks.
Are you surprised that Isaiah Stewart's value is only 3 second-rounders?
Yes.
I'm a little surprised by that.
I thought he was like one of their best I mean, he was the first guy off the bench for Jalen Darryn, and Jalen Darryn went in foul trouble nonstop, and they kind of held it down while Isaiah Stewart was taking over that spot when Darryn would always come out.
I will say this. They have been heavily in the mix to looking to add some more perimeter players that could be shooters alongside Cade Cunningham, secondary ball handlers, and maybe 3 future second-round picks that they get in this trade now gives them some more flexibility, not only financially in free agency, as that starts a week from now, but maybe they can go out there and add a guy. Now, I would assume, just created a trade exception, trading Isaiah Stewart's $15 million contract. Could they just go out and trade future second-round picks that they just got back to get Isaiah Joe from the Oklahoma City Thunder? And now they don't have to match salary because they just get Joe with future second-round picks and that trade exception. There's a lot of moving parts here. They've been linked to Norman Powell and Tyler Hero on the trade market and in free agency. Like, this is a move to me that is a precursor to the Pistons utilizing this newfound salary space and second-round pick haul to go out and add more in the backcourt.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that Isaiah Stewart isn't worth one first-round pick. But you have started to see it's not the same NBA as we saw from 2 years ago or even 3-4 years ago when Rudy Gobert is going for 5 first-round picks. Mikel Bridges going for 5 first-round picks. I know you had the trade last year with Desmond Bane where he went for, 4? But it's starting to get back to the old type where some of these players like Isaiah Stewart aren't going to be worth those first-round picks. I mean, for even Julius Randle, what we saw just 2 days ago, they were trying to unload his salary, and they had to give up a first-round pick with Julius Randle to get rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested here because there's a lot of news coming out right now. I mean, there's a report from Brian Windhorst just that said the Grizzlies are going to be trading Ja Morant for certain this offseason, and they are going to have to either attach draft capital or bring in an even worse contract to get rid of Ja Morant. So not a ton of value there for Ja Morant. And now as we kind of circle back to the actual draft with all the trade updates, what we talked about with Miami, the most recent pick here, San Antonio, they are taking the Tennessee point guard, Jacoby Gillespie, who is a player I'm actually pretty fond of. You look at my big board, I think they got almost my value. I have him at 39, so actually a little better value here for Jacoby Gillespie. Reason why I like him, yeah, is he a little bit smaller? He is a pest. Opposing ball handlers, when they see Jacoby Gillespie lined up across from him, they are not happy, folks. But he could also add a lot of offense. Was the lead handler for Tennessee this year. Average 5 assists a game, can get to the rim. I think he's a solid three-point shooter and will be a better three-point shooter at the next level when he doesn't have a ton of usage rate, I should say. So when things calm down a little bit for Gillespie offensively, I think he could be more efficient.
No, for sure. No ceilings. They had their quote for their scouting report for Jacoby Gillespie as a high-tempo guard who pressures defenses as both a scorer and a playmaker. Gillespie consistently creates advantages with the ball in his hands. His disruptive defensive activity adds valuable two-way utility, helping him stand out in a class of talented guards. And that, I mean, you kind of want as much depth as you possibly can. The Spurs are going to have, if they don't already, as they develop more, one of the best backcourts in the NBA with Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. And you also have your kind of 2 to 3 guy in Devin Vassell, but you could always use as much depth as possible, and they're getting a player who's can also not a very good finisher at the rim, as he's a little bit undersized, only 5'11", but he also has good defense, good steal percentage, and a very good ball distributor, as when you have Stephon Castle and also Dylan Harper, someone who can also create open spaces for shooters on the floor.
Hey, Sam, can you send me that last tweet from Siegel in Slack? I'm going to use that on a show tomorrow, but I just wanted to have it because I'm seeing this. That the Brett Siegel, I mean, you could take it for what it is, did say that trade to clear up some space is for Norman Powell next week in free agency rather than a trade for Tyler Hero, who they've been linked to. We obviously just saw the Pistons clear up $15 million in space by trading Isaiah Stewart to the Memphis Grizzlies and not taking any salary back. I still am not sure that they have enough space to sign Norman Powell outright in free agency. Maybe they do, maybe they don't.
What do you say his value is?
Who?
Norman Powell.
Like in free agency?
Yeah, like what do you think he could possibly get in value?
Well, if it's a sign and trade, probably I'd guess 18, 20 mil. Like he's coming off an all-star season. Yeah. CJ McCollum just got a 1-year, $21 million deal. I feel like McCollum and Powell's value are about the same. But I do think Powell's slightly maybe more valuable because he is a little bit bigger. He's, I think, a bit younger.
I want to say he's a little bit younger.
A little the same. And he's coming off an all-star year. Like Norman Powell was an all-star last year. So I would assume that CJ McCollum got 21. If it's a multi-year deal for Powell, maybe it's not 21 mil, but it's 3 for 18 per season. Yeah. I still do not think they can just take that in due to their cap situation. So it likely still projects to be a sign and trade when free agency opens up next Tuesday night or into Wednesday, which for my Heat audience here, it means that there is a very high possibility that Miami is getting second-round picks, 1, 2, back in that Norman Powell sign and trade, or maybe they get a guy like Duncan Robinson back. Certainly an option as well.
No, for sure. Our couple of players that are still left on the board. I mean, got into some talent. Are you surprised of anybody that's still left here?
Yeah, the only one I would be shocked to like say is like actually there is Henry Vasar.
Yeah,
the North Carolina big.
I mean, I can't believe what we saw. I mean, the tweet from who was it, Siegel or even Fisher, whoever had it, that the Lakers were looking to move up and try to get him. As he keeps falling, don't you think that the Lakers would try to trade up and draft him?
Yeah, I'm not even that big of a Vasar guy, but his rim protection and upside as a floor spacing big, I thought would be good enough to be an early second-round pick, especially when he had buzz of going 25th overall to the Lakers in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case. And he's not going 43rd to the Brooklyn Nets. It's going to be the UCLA forward Tyler Bilodeau, who is really intriguing to me. 6'8", 7 foot and 3/4 wingspan. He was actually Washington Mr. Basketball coming out of high school before he went to Oregon State, ended up transferring to UCLA for 2 years. He did suffer a knee injury that cost him the Big Ten tournament, and he also was unable to test at the NBA Combine because of that knee injury. This is a really good shooter for his size. 46% from 3 this year on 8.9 attempts per 100. Shot 40% from 3 on 6.3 attempts per 100 in 2025. He has a silky smooth jumper, strong base, no wasted movements up top either. 1.37 points per possession in catch and shoot. That is 97th percentile.
Woo.
As good as he is, though, as a shooter and offensive player, is as bad as he is as a defender. He is not the most athletic guy. Didn't test, but just the film tells me not a lot of athleticism there. Gets beat off the dribble a ton. I had a UDFA grade on him, but I will say I gave him a UDFA priority two-way contract guy. So the Nets, instead of waiting to undrafted free agency, ultimately go and add him here. And this isn't to me saying he could still be on a two-way contract. Guys drafted in the second round aren't always given guaranteed contracts.
Yeah.
They can be given two-way deals. So Bilodeau, who I have as a two-way UDFA grade, could end up being picked here at 43, but still given a UDFA or a two-way contract.
No, I definitely agree with that. And for the Nets, they have a ton of forwards right now, so I could definitely see him being on a two-way, putting them in the G League because they have Randall. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. Do they really need some defense? But as the trade we had earlier with Memphis and Detroit, and Memphis is trading these same 3 second-round picks that the Grizzlies received from the Pistons last night.
So if I'm doing this correctly, it was pick 21 and Isaiah Stewart for 17, right? That's simple.
I think so, yeah.
21 and Stewart for 17. Nailed it. I got the brains, the beauty, and the brawn. Not everyone could do it like me, Elper. Not everyone could do it. They can't put the pieces together that quickly.
Yeah. Look at producer Chip's face right now.
I might be
Rolly Stradamus.
I mean, we got this in a 3-team fashion. This was from last night, but like I said, if you just cut out the middleman, it's Isaiah Stewart and pick 21 for pick 17.
Because they got back the 3 second-round picks.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Why did they just do that in the first place?
Do you think they called up and said, hey, what are your thoughts on Isaiah Stewart? Yeah, we're interested. We'll take him on. Well, what do we want? Damn it, I want all of our picks back, and I want David Putney just because I feel like it.
Hey, watch draft day.
Want all my picks back.
All the picks
My
back.
fan base hated the fact I sent those second-round picks. I need them back.
And they probably won't even use those second-round picks.
Very rarely do they actually, so. Oh, man. All right, so as we kind of recap what's everything going on, a lot of chaos between us breaking down the Heat pick in depthly, then these trades. Let's start from the top of the second round. The Rockets traded up from 39 to 31 to take the Ohio State guard Bruce Thornton. The Grizzlies took Richie Saunders at 32. Then Isaiah Evans, Malik Thomas, Trayvon Brazile, Baba Miller go 4 straight. 4 picks that I absolutely love. Great value there. Then the chaos ensued. Ryan Conmo to Miami. They traded cash considerations and pick 41 to get him at 37. Brayden Smith is the most Indiana Pacers pick I've ever seen. They traded Cam Jones, the first rounder, or I think early second rounder from Marquette 2 years ago to get this pick.
Is it bad that I already thought Brayden Smith was a Pacer when I saw the notification on my phone? I was like, oh, so they're just trading a player they already had. And then I was like, oh, no, it's the Purdue guard. They're drafting him.
Yeah.
It just feels like
And then we got Jack Kyle going to the Knicks. Shocker, the Knicks took another international guy, even though I do think that's a fascinating guy to take a flyer on in this spot. Dylan Mitchell to the Celtics at 40, and then Otego away at 41. Woo! The Spurs just took Malik Brown, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year and Sixth Man of the Year from Duke. That is a fantastic pick there. They just continue to create
they're just taking bigs
that can defend. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't know how much Malik Brown actually plays this year, but him and Wembanyama in the front court, that's like demon time.
That's like demon time?
It's demon time. They also got Jacoby Gillespie, and then the Nets sandwiched in Tyler Bilodeau here. Yeah, Malik Brown's a great pick, though.
Don't forget, they also drafted JQ in the first round as well. They drafted 3 bigs, including Malik Brown right now, 6'8", senior out of Duke. And I'm not sure biggest guy as in a height sense, but he plays bigger than he is. Versatile defender with a massive wingspan and great awareness. Not afraid to do the dirty work on both ends of the floor now that he's going to be able to play with a guy like Victor Wembanyama. And when you have a limited offensive ceiling, both as a shooter as a playmaker, it's kind of okay as long as you're good at defense because you can allow everybody else on the Spurs to do that work, including Stephon Castle, including Dylan Harper. I don't know if they're going to bring back Harrison Barnes. He didn't play at all in.
Yeah, I doubt it.
But they kind of need a veteran guy on their team. Unless
do you need a veteran guy on your team at this point if you already made the NBA Finals? Like, what else do you need a vet? The culture? Sure.
The culture. The culture. But, I mean, I like this pick. 2 years at Syracuse, 2 years at Duke. He was the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, the Sixth Man of the Year, 2-time All-Defensive Team. In 2026, he had 8.1 defensive BPM, which is the 100th percentile, number 1 in the NCAA, 5.3 steal percentage. And if you look at the quote from No Ceilings, it's a role player like Brown who knows his place and performs his duties every night, deserves an NBA look, even though he may be a bit undersized for the league. But I know that he is definitely going to work for the San Antonio Spurs. And, I mean, we said it last night, Rolly, just
smart organizations do smart things.
Smart teams do smart things.
Like you mentioned it, like he doesn't have a ton of upside offensively or in general, but this is a player that can just be a Swiss Army knife defensive demon in your front court. And that is something that every team in the NBA can use.
You don't need him to score with the talent that the Spurs already have.
Yeah. So excited about that. Excited about that if you are the San Antonio Spurs. I'd be excited about that, man.
As
really would.
The 45th pick was already in, too?
45th pick is in.
45th and 46th.
Oh, wow. We're flying out. Just 45.
So Fisher made a mistake.
Fisher made a mistake.
Fisher made a mistake.
Shocker, Jake Fisher. It's fucking where,
It's fucking where.
So after getting off to a slow start here, we're now basically halfway through
done.
the second round. It does go much quicker than the first round with only 4 picks or 4 minutes in between picks. The Kings are on the clock here at 45, and they go with the Houston shooter, Emmanuel Sharp. It's a fun pick. It's a fun pick. Now, this is not a guy that's going to be able to, like, impact winning right away like you think he could have, but
shooter.
He is a shooter, and every team needs shooting, man.
And for the Kings, I mean, you just kind of want to load up with as much shooting as you possibly can. They're loading up on the offensive side with him and Acuff, but he's also, I mean, 6'2", or you could probably round up to 6'3". I mean, good score, 15 15.5 points per game while he was at Houston. And the number one thing about him is he can play defense. You're 3-and-D type of guard. All defensive team for the Big 12, first team all Big 12 in 2026. And in 2025, he was the Big 12 tournament MVP. And the one thing about him is he could shoot the ball in 2026, 37.2 three-point percentage. But the year before, he was even better at almost 41%. Strong and physical, and he can kind of create a shot as he's going to the rim using his strength. But he's undersized and unathletic as when it comes to a point guard at only 6'2".
Yeah, this is great value, though. I had Emmanuel Sharp on my big board at 45.
Oh!
45. So, on-spot value according to your boy here. And as we get to pick 46, Henry Vaystar's still there. Now, I theorized, Coop, that the Lakers bought the 56th pick because they have already worked out an agreement to where someone is going to navigate themselves to them. Could I have been right about Henry Vaystar?
Yes, you could have.
Because
been.
are you surprised that he's dropping this much?
Yes, I am.
Would you have taken him over Malik Brown?
If I was San Antonio, no.
But in general.
In general, yes.
Okay.
Like the Spurs, because they drafted Jaden Quaintance, they have Luke Cornett, and they drafted Terrace Reed. You don't need a true center like Vaysar. So that didn't make a lot of sense there. So I feel like that's probably a good move here. But there's some really good players available here still.
Still have our Super Chat menu going on. Every 100 likes, we're doing a Bean Boozled. Have we hit? We're 24 away from 400 with Rolly. You taking a bean.
No, didn't I do the last one? It's over here.
Oh, okay, fine.
You missed it, by the way. It was while you went somewhere to the bathroom earlier. I got pomegranate. Thank goodness.
Pomegranate. $5, we talk about your team. $10, we're also doing the Bean Boozled. And I'll make a deal like we did last night. Once we hit 100 total, I'll do a beer bong. But we also got a couple of Super Chats going in. Next quick shout out to your two. Who do you guys think you have the Wolves picking at 59 as we get the 46 pick in? And then Felix.
I'll take a flyer here for the Timberwolves. They take Jaron Pierre Jr. SMU guard/forward. That's my guess. That's a random guess. I do like this next Super Chat. It could be Toby Luwal, too, from Virginia Tech. I feel like they go for a wing in their second round pick.
As we get the 46 pick, and it's Felix Okpara. Is that
Felix Okpara, from Tennessee. I had him 56th on my big board. A big man going ahead of Henry Vaysar here, so that's a bit fascinating as we continue to see the North Carolina big man fall. By the way, Henry Vaysar could have returned to North Carolina this year and made legitimately $3 or $4 million. Now he's going to go back half of round 2. Is this bad agent work? Or is this Vaysar saying, I was done with college anyway, I don't care?
There were no medical things, right?
Not to my knowledge. So, interesting that Vaysar's still here. I had a second round grade on him. But, man, it certainly stinks if you're him, knowing you left $3-4 million on the table in NIL to come out to the draft and you're going mid to late second round pick.
He's got a plan. There's a plan.
I just heard from one of our producers this pick that Orlando made at 46, Felix Okpara, actually heading to the Washington Wizards.
Really?
22-year-old from Nigeria, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan, 2 years at Ohio State, then 2 years at Tennessee, was on the SEC All-Defensive Team this year. Really strong rim protector. That's his calling card. 7% block rate this year, 8.3 block rate in 2025, 96th percentile lane agility, so he can move really well laterally for his size. Built like a truck at 238 pounds.
Sheesh.
Doesn't bring you a lot offensively. Maybe he'll clean up some boards and putbacks and maybe be a rim threat, but not much other than that. He's more of like, hey, best case scenario, he ends up being a lob threat and rim protector off the bench here for Washington. To back up Alex Sarr and Anthony Davis.
Back up both of them. I mean, whenever you have Trae Young on the floor, you can get an alley-oop any way, shape, or form. So I like what the Washington Wizards are doing as they're getting the trade for him. What was it for? Just was it picks or cash?
Unclear at this moment. TBA, to be announced.
To be announced.
Patience, my friend.
I have no patience.
We got a lot of super chats. We got 2 on the Heat channel and then a couple on our Chat Sports channel. We already answered this one, Coop, a while ago. That was right as they were picking, and then they ultimately trading pick 37 for 41, and they got a Toge away. My guy Lawnmower Balls, he's on the Heat channel, said Xavier and Lee at pick 41 trust. Thank goodness that didn't happen. Xavier and Lee is a bum. Maybe he can join the Heat Summer League squad. Anointed with a $2 super chat.
Shout out
You
to
already
Anointed.
know, Heat Nation. Shout out to Anointed. You're always hanging with us, showing some love. Jay Town said, why didn't the Heat draft Emmanuel Sharp? My guess, I had them right next to each other on my big board, 45 and 46. I'm guessing Miami wanted to add a shooter that had some size and athleticism to him. That's what Conwell has that Emmanuel Sharp doesn't. Sharp, a little bit of a smaller guy. He's listed at 6'2" with a 6'3" wingspan. Conwell, 6'2" with a 6'7" wingspan. Also, Sharp was a guy with a 33-inch vertical. Ryan Conwell is a 39-inch vertical. So Conwell, a little bit more bigger, a little bit more physical, a little bit more athletic. That is why they went with Ryan Conwell over Emmanuel Sharp.
Good analysis.
Mr. Gio with the $5 super chat. You're going to have to say that one more second here, Sam, I answer this. What do I think the Heat are planning next? Maybe they get another second rounder. I'm going to assume they go into undrafted free agency and sign some UDFAs and then look to add more shooting and a backup big next week when free agency opens.
Steal the draft, baby.
No, you did not.
Steal the draft, bro.
No, you did not.
Average 20.
Bruce Thornton is out of the league in 3 years.
No, dude.
You just broke his heart, Rolly.
Senior, average 20, great shooting splits. UDFA, great.
Small, unathletic, can't defend.
It chugs is in the building right
You know
now.
who else they said about that about?
Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan. High school. He didn't make it high school team.
Yeah,
He didn't-
he didn't play varsity. He didn't get
Didn't
it.
play varsity his freshman year.
You know who else didn't go to high school? Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Grady.
Who else were you actually going to say, though?
We have another trade?
Who were you going to actually say, though?
I really want
Oh, there's the full details.
Yeah,
For
that's
the
crazy.
46th pick, the Magic received 2 second-round picks as it went away.
It was pick 51 and 60 to move up to get 46. You know, it's always fascinating to me trades, right? Like, let's just use an example here. The Wizards just traded picks 51 and 60. So they moved up 5 spots, and they had to use the last pick in the draft. The Heat moved up 4 spots
And just use cash.
and just used cash. But by the way, you can't even compare apples to apples because it was getting pick 37 rather than pick 46. So why did it cost a second rounder to move up 5 spots later in the second round and only cash to move up 4 spots then? Odd.
It doesn't make sense for me.
Oh,
but
I hate this.
the Knicks pick is in, and they are taking Tyler Nickel, the forward out of Vanderbilt, the 6'6" forward who is an absolute sniper. And that's exactly what the Knicks needed. Look, they drafted the German earlier today, couple picks ago, who can kind of facilitate the ball, dribble, take the ball up the court, handle the offense, and now they got the shooter. And
Yeah.
Tyler Nickel,
I'm a little hurt by this.
senior, 40% from 3. And, we talked about this earlier, Rolly, and you mentioned it, 2026, 13 and a half three-pointers per game, per 100 possessions, 40%. Then in 2025, 40.5%. Then in 2024, 40%. Because I'm rounded up. I don't care about that 0.1. And a very, very, very improved finisher at the rim. But like you have it here, limited opportunities. 75% at the rim on 1.8 attempts per 100 possessions. But if you guys know about Landry Shamet, or as you have, Duncan Robinson, they don't need to go to the rim. We're just going to kick it out to you in the corner, and you're going to be a sniper from 3.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the bummer for me. I compared Tyler Nickel a lot to Duncan Robinson. He can really shoot off the ball, whether it be movement, whether it be off the catch. He is a phenomenal sniper, and I just envision him getting a lot of looks coming off of curls, setting screens by OG. Like, you can use him so many different ways. And like with Jalen Brunson drawing a crowd, kicking it out to Nickel. Like, this to me, it's crazy to suggest a second-round pick signals the, like, departure of Landry Shamet.
But it feels like
But if you want to get Nickel into the rotation early. How are you going to do that if you bring back guys like McBride, you bring back guys like Landry Shamet? I would like to see Tyler Nickel get some opportunities because I think he could really be impactful year one with that shooting, and I feel like that's going to be him getting a shot here with New York.
Oh, no, 100%. And as we talked about it from Brett Siegel.
Yeah, I'm sharp.
Vesar's agency is guiding him to a certain team, and teams
clear
before
the
them are
Lakers.
willing to pass on him. Is this the Los Angeles Lakers?
It's clear the Lakers.
It's clear as
Lakers
day.
buy pick 56 out of the blue, and then Vesar has a random fall. Like, that's crazy. Oh, we got Toby Luwal, the Virginia Tech forward, heading to the Dallas Mavericks here at 48. This is quite the athletic wing, I'll add here. I mean, Masai Ujiri has a type, does he not?
100%. Can you get the most Pascal Siakam type 6'7" type player that's kind of your just guy that's not your greatest shooter, but you can finish at the rim?
Ready for this?
Yeah.
45.5
Holy
inch
shit.
vertical. 45.5. You want to know even the more ridiculous part of it? His standing vertical, which means just standing 2 feet, thrust and jump, 40 inches. That's more than 99% of people's max vertical. This guy's athleticism is ridiculous. He can jump out of the gym. And as you can guess, he is a pretty solid finisher at the rim. 70.5%. She got to the rim a lot. 7.7 rim attempts per 100. 9.9 attempts at the rim per 100 in 2025. He was at VCU before transferring to Virginia Tech. There's a lot that he needs to grow on because he's not a shooter and he's not even that good defensively. Like, he has some crazy highlight blocks, as you can imagine, but his on-ball defense, staying in front, it's not good there.
Yeah.
I compare him to one Hamidou Diallo, another unbelievable athlete that can jump out of the gym, but ultimately couldn't stick in the league because he never found his shot from deep, and he never found an ability to be an impactful piece defensively either.
Hey, that's my guy.
Yeah, out of Kentucky.
Yeah.
Forgot Hamidou Diallo.
Yeah, he was there when I was there, my sophomore year.
He might be in the dunk contest 2 years from now,
Maybe he could bring the
but
dunk
he
contest
might be
back.
doing it. He might be in the G League while doing it.
Would you compare him to Derek Jones at all?
He got some comps on Derek Jones Jr. I think the No Ceiling guys said shades of him. I wouldn't, and maybe you want to say that, like,
But I mean,
coming out of
the Heat.
Arizona when Derek Jones Jr. was coming into the draft. I just think Derek Jones Jr. is a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And we've seen Derek Jones Jr. develop into a really solid three-point shooter and a pretty good defender. Right now, Luwal isn't that. But if he develops that, well, then maybe he does have a Derek Jones Jr. level kind of role in the NBA.
I had no idea that he was still in the league.
Derek Jones, yeah, he was with the Clippers last year. He's carved out a nice career for himself. We just had a trade.
We had a trade
The Bucks get the last pick in the draft
for cash.
So who is trying to navigate to Milwaukee now?
They bought the pick.
You don't have the capabilities of buying this pick this far in advance if you already don't have an agreed upon player
exactly.
that's working his way to that spot. So someone's avenuing their way to the Milwaukee Bucks here at 60 as we enter the final 10 picks of the second round.
This is interesting.
So you got the Lakers at 56 that I think Henry Vesar will be going to, and then we have the Bucks at 60. I think we did this super chat.
We did
already.
do
Yeah,
the
we did
super
this
chat.
one. I think you might want to go to the Heat one. I think we got a super chat over there again.
Did we do this?
We did not do this one though.
Emery Toombs coming in with a $5 super chat. I would not mind getting LeBall at 56, even at 6'8". I can't think of another big to put on the payroll. Would prefer 6'10", and not crazy about Vesar.
Well, Lawal obviously
Is
just went 48
gone.
to the Mavs, and it does feel like it is going to be Henry Vesar. To me, in my opinion, I think that ultimately is the pick for the Lakers at 56 because, no, it's the $10 one from Juggalotus.
Shout out to Anointed.
My guy Juggalotus. Worth the gamble for a chance to see Rolly get the worst flavor. Fucker.
Well, we're at 400, so we're both taking one. You choose first.
Juggalotus knows it's all love. He's been supporting me all the way back in the days as Bears Now producer.
We need one like.
And he helps us out over on the Heat Report, too. So I feel okay calling him a little fucker.
The traitor.
Him and I have a good relationship.
The traitor is going to the Denver Nuggets at pick 49.
Which one is this? Oh, I got pomegranate and an old bandage again. Great. Old bandage and nasty, bro.
And you mentioned him earlier, Rolly, as a guy you didn't think was going to get drafted, but he is getting drafted. Bryce Hopkins, the journeyman forward.
I can't do it, bro. It's the grossest thing I fucking ever tasted. Yo, like, it's actually so gross. How do you quantify that, bro? Whoever made that, sicko.
Bryce Hopkins, the journeyman. I guess you would call him forward. I thought he played point guard.
No, yeah, you're way off there.
Well, he played point guard at Kentucky.
See, that's why I think you might be thinking of a different guy.
He played at Kentucky.
This guy is not a point guard.
He played point guard at Kentucky. He played point guard. Look it up.
This guy played the 4 at Providence.
Well, maybe that's why Calipari got rid of him.
Yeah, get this guy off my screen. No, Hopkins, he is someone that does offer some NBA upside. The question with Hopkins, though, can he stay healthy? Because he was never on the floor in his 2 years with the Providence Friars in the Big East. He needs to improve his three-point shooting. That's a swing skill for him in the NBA, but he's got some solid defense. He could guard 2 through 4. He can be a guy that off the dribble can attack the paint. But Hopkins kind of like could give me some Aaron Gordon vibes, but not to that level. Interesting pick here for Denver.
Interesting pick. As well, it says he was a forward at Kentucky.
Nasty. I still am fucking fighting that.
He played in 28 games for the Cats in 2021-22, which is one of the worst basketball teams that I have ever seen from Kentucky. Averaged 2.1 points per game.
It always comes back to you, Elper.
It always comes back to me.
Yeah, I just think he's full of shit here. Adrian is asking some UDFA guys for the Heat. I would keep an eye on Jaden Bradley if he makes it there. Aaron Nkrumah if he makes it there. Seth Trimble from North Carolina. I would also keep an eye on Donovan Atwell, the Texas Tech guard. He is a sniper. Miami met with him a couple times, worked him out. I would imagine Miami offers Donovan Atwell a 2-way contract to try to get him into their system if he goes undrafted. Did you shit yourself, dude? Someone shit themselves. It smells awful in here. It ain't that, brother.
It ain't me. Oh, that's good. What is that? I think that's banana.
Good? You're nasty, dog. You definitely just shit yourself.
I did not shit myself. You know me. I'm willing to admit when I do things wrong.
Oh, man.
That's not me.
You run through this real quick if you can. I got to send out a tweet.
All right, so as we did last night, if you guys don't remember, we have you guys spam your favorite team, and then we're going to talk about it. So everybody go down in the comments. We got 1,000 people watching on our chat sports, and I can smell that now, Rolly.
Right?
I don't know what
awful.
the fuck that is. I don't know what that is. But everybody spam down in the comments section your favorite team. We're going to count down, and then we're going to talk about whoever spams the most and what we see. Tropical Storm says Visar's falling hard. He's going to the Lakers. He's going to the Lakers.
I would guess he probably is, too.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, so I saw Ashlyn say Magic. So we'll talk about the Magic. They've made a couple trades. Have they? Who did they pick?
They actually didn't pick anyone yet.
They haven't made a pick yet, have they? They traded back. They traded the 46th pick to the Washington Wizards for the 51st pick and also the 60th pick. And then they traded the 60th pick to the Milwaukee Bucks for cash. And they're about to pick in one pick, aren't they?
Yeah, they got pick 51.
As the Raptors are selecting Jaden Bradley.
Fuck, I have to take him out of my tweet.
Well, there you go. There you go. Let's talk about Jaden Bradley. We'll get back to the Magic in just a second. So Jaden Bradley, the guard from Rolly's hometown.
Yeah, from Rochester, New York, baby. 5'8".
5'8". Shout out to my cousin's high school, Penfield. So 22-year-old senior. Bradley, I mean, solid player, Big 12 player of the year in 2026, also first team all Big 12, and a great defender. He was the Big 12 tournament MVP in 2026. Just, I mean, absolute physical type player, plays aggressively, does not back down from a fight. Sometimes you could say that he's a little bit too aggressive. He's also a solid shooter with great touch around the rim, good handle and footwork to create shots and thrive in the pick and roll. And Rolly, you had him as the 22nd best guard and 43rd overall. So kind of getting a little bit of value here as 43rd overall going at pick 50.
Yeah, I like this pick a lot. He's a little bit older, 22.7 years old, playing for the closest team to his hometown. Toronto is closest to Rochester, New York out of any NBA team out there. He is a competitive, physical, aggressive point guard that is really solid defensively. Big 12 all-defensive team this year, was on the SEC all-freshman team when he went to Alabama initially, ended up becoming the Big 12 player of the year this season as well. Gets to the rim, shoots well in the mid-range, 45%, improved his three-point shooting from 32.1 to 39.4 from 25 to 26. He is going to be an aggressive point of attack defender that can add some shooting off the ball as well. I compare him to Colin Gillespie, who just got a 4-year, $48 million deal with the Phoenix Suns before free agency opens up next week. I'm a big fan of Jaden Bradley here for the Raptors at 50.
I like it. The Raptors getting a guard as they look to add a little bit to Emmanuel quickly because they already have Brandon Ingram and RJ Barrett. We're going to get to more coverage in just a bit, ladies and gentlemen, but I think this is a perfect time to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. It is the best place to win cash while watching sports. And basketball may be over, but we're still making Prize Picks lineups every single day. I'm doing it. Rolly's doing it. Producer Chip is doing it, even though I don't think Producer Chip is winning that much. Also, we got Sam over here making some lineups. We know. And me, I'm the motorsports guy. Sam is the soccer guy. And you guys can make lineups all the time. And we are also, you can share your lineups, and you can follow me on the app at The Real Alper.
I don't know how this is possible. She had 16 points at the half. With 2 minutes to go,
oh no,
she's still at 19 points.
Oh no!
Clayton Clark has scored 3 points in the entire second half. We need to get to 22. All it takes is 1-3. They're down by 3 right now.
How much time?
Minute and a half. How is this possible?
Oh, no!
At 16 points at the half, she's only got 19. Unbelievable. This would be devastating.
You also need, if Caitlin Clark can get one more 3, then you go into the last one, and that is Angel Reese, the more on her rebounds. So you guys can make a lineup just like that. All you got to do is just pick more or less on a few player stats, lock in your lineup, and when you download the PrizePicks app today and use code HMA, you get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. The link is in the live chat for you guys. That is code HMA for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. All right, the 51st pick. The Orlando Magic finally taking a pick, and they're taking the big Isaiah Nelson out of South Florida.
Yeah, it's the fun one here. 6'8" and a quarter, 7'2.5" wingspan. Solid athlete, man. 38.5-inch max vertical, 89.1 agility score. Was playing in the Sun Belt at Arkansas State follows head coach Brian Hodgson to Arkansas, or to South Florida, where he becomes the American Conference Player of the Year, had a 5.9% block rate and a 3.3 steal rate. A lot of defensive upside here. He's a little bit of an undersized big, but he's athletic. He plays hard. He's a tenacious rebounder. Had a 14.4% offense rebound rate. It's going to be hard to see him succeed a lot offensively at the next level because in college he finished a lot of his shots at the rim due to his athleticism and physicality. Can he do that at the next level? I get a lot of Kenneth Faried vibes from him.
So he's a bully.
Because, yeah, he's physical, he's a bully, he's athletic, he's a high flyer, and he's an undersized big. Can he add more layers to his game offensively, though? Maybe off the bounce, because Faried was able to do that a bit, which made him effective in Denver when he had that 3-year little stretch. Nelson's an interesting one. Little flyer here for Orlando. I like it. I like it a lot. I actually think where did I have my big board? This is the 51st pick for him. I had him at 55. So around the kind of range that I would have expected.
I mean, you kind of get him paired because right now, I mean, he's a little bit of smaller center or smaller big man, but right now they're only going with Batadze. I mean, you have Mo Wagner, but
Wendell Carter's still there, right?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Wendell Carter.
Yeah. She got hurt?
Oh,
when did she get hurt?
First half or second half?
Well, it's second half because she added points, right? She had 16 at the half. Or did she finish at 19 at the half? That's a bang job, man. Yo, can we get a reboot there? I know they say first
Prize
half,
Picks, help us out.
Come on, Prize Picks. Give me a reboot on that. I was going to say, there's no way she only scores 3 points in the second half. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Clippers on the clock here at 52. We got 8 picks left. This thing really ramped up quickly. Really surprising.
We're already almost done with the picks.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be done, I think, by 9:30 here maybe. It's just a wild one if you're asking me. I don't know what it was last year. I didn't think it was this early. Either way, though, we got some interesting players still available. We got Henry Vasar. We got Nick Martinelli. We got Rafael Castro, Ugana Nyotsu, Toby Awaka. We got 8 picks to go. Clippers have been active in this draft. They took Keaton Wagler at pick number 5. Who did they add? Oh, Baba Miller, early second round. So I like what the Clippers have done today. Not the biggest fan of Wagler. Thought there were better options on the board. But I do love what they did with Baba Miller at 50 or 435 or 34, whatever it was. So let's see what they do here at 52.
We'll see what they do at 52. The Knicks pick right after him, and I will be honestly shocked if we keep that pick because they've already made 2 picks, and I don't think they want to make another one. I don't think the Knicks, knowing as they're trying to stay as well in the cash as possible and keeping their players at a minimum, keeping this pick.
Yeah, we'll see. Hit that thumbs up icon, though, if you haven't already here. Let's get to 500 likes on Chat Sports Stream. We're at 411. At the Heat Report, we're at 348. Let's get to 400.
Let's get to 400, ladies and gentlemen. You must be a sicko if you're still hanging out with us. And we got to trade. The Clippers are trading pick 52 to 57, and it's Vasar. Oh,
Lakers.
My God.
Lakers.
Lakers are dead.
Get sniped. Get sniped. Get sniped. Get sniped. Get sniped. I swear I actually don't hate the Lakers or dislike them even. I just don't like the idea of cheating. And I felt like they might have been cheating by getting Vasar to somehow say no to being drafted to teams so they can get him at 56. So instead, the Hawks trade up to pick 52 and land the North Carolina big man. So now the Hawks have added in this draft Kingston Flemings, Zubi Ejiofor, and Henry Vasar. 3 guys that people thought could go in the first round. You get him here at 52. I think the Hawks are one of the best drafts in this 2026 class so far.
The Hawks are doing some smart moves. I mean, I like what they're doing. You're building up to try and be one of those top contenders in the East, and they got a solid big man that I'm surprised dropped all the way to 52. I mean, Rolly, you had him as a very, very early second-round pick, one of the first 2 picks. I mean, it's a versatile scoring big who can, like, a stretch 5, basically, and as he's gotten throughout his progression, a better shooter nonetheless, and also a very good rebounder.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of upside here because of that size, because of that rebounding we just talked about, but also the ability to space the floor a bit here and shoot it. 42.5% from 3 this year on 5.6 attempts per 100. Now, I do wonder if that could have been a fluke year because he jumped up 10% from 32% in 2025. And the only reason why I think that could be a bit fluky is because he's a horrible free throw shooter at 61.5%. So you're trying to tell me that you improved your three-point shot by 10%, but you still are a bad free throw shooter? That is a bit odd to me. I don't think he's the best defender and certainly has to add weight to his frame, but the spacing upside and rebounding at his size is something that every team should be excited to add, which is why I'm shocked that he fell here to the Hawks at 52, who traded up to go get him. And it is reported by Brett Siegel that Vesar's agent was guiding him to the Hawks, who had been working to trade up and add him in front of teams like the Knicks and Lakers. Siegel says that Vesar did not want to go to the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Jake Fisher said that Atlanta traded the 57 in cash to the Clippers so they could leapfrog the Lakers.
Yeah, so clearly the Lakers did target Vesar with that 56 pick. Henry Vesar didn't want to go there, and the Hawks make those dreams true by getting in front. I wonder why he didn't want to go there. Is it because they feel like maybe the Lakers are going to add a high-level big at some point this year, or they just don't like the fit with Luka? No, it says by Siegel that Vesar's agent didn't want him to go to the Lakers. They did not want him in LA, and I take that as himself and agent.
Okay, see, that's okay. I wasn't sure if it was
No, I take that way. Maybe that's on me. No, I feel like I'm right on that.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I feel like that's reading as Vesar and his agent didn't want to go to LA. Because why would the Hawks care about Vesar going to LA?
But
right? Like why would they care about that?
But I mean, like but wouldn't you want to go to the Lakers? If you're a big man, you're going to get minutes because they have nobody.
Yeah, I am a little surprised at that. I am a little shocked that the Lakers, I'm not shocked the Lakers wanted him. I am shocked that it ultimately wasn't to get, or the Vesar camp didn't want to go to Los Angeles.
Like at this point, they're going to have to re-sign Ayton or re-sign Jackson Hayes unless they throw the bag at Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah. It's interesting there for sure. Interesting there. So we're getting close here. I'm trying to keep track of my top players available. I think the only player that I had outside of my top 60 that has been drafted so far is Bryce Hopkins. So I'm shooting pretty close to my top 60 being taken. And add another one to the count as Ugana and Yensu, the Virginia center, heading to the Knicks at 53. I'm not going to call him a Mitchell Robinson replacement because you can't count on that this late in the process. But Yensu had a lot of fans around the NBA. This is a player that had one of the best rim protecting season in the entire college scene. Onyensu had a ridiculous 17.4% block rate. 17% is a drop coverage big, so he can protect the rim. He had a 15 block percentage or better in 3 of his 4 years in college. Started at Kentucky, went to Kansas State, and then Virginia. 6'11" with a 7'4" 3/4 wingspan. Non-athletic guy, averaged 2.9 blocks per game in limited minutes. Didn't play a lot, played less than 20 minutes a game for Virginia, came off the bench for them, had a dominant defensive performance against Duke in the ACC tournament. Solid roll man, 1.36 points per possession there. That's really what he's limited to offensively. But you're adding Onyenso with the hope that he can maybe be as good of a rim protector as he was in the ACC in a limited 15 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes a night in the NBA.
I mean, he's definitely going back.
Lachey Jones got drafted! My guy! Oh, it's the Gold State! Oh, Smitty got him! Smitty got him!
He is a Bonnie. That's hype.
Smitty got him! Lachey Jones, the former Florida State Seminole, the former St. Bonaventure Bonnie. I talked with somebody before the draft and said, dude, I think Lachey gets drafted tonight. Some people had him like 80th on their board in their 70s. I had him at 62. I watched him in St. Bonaventure's uniform for a full year. I went there. The first game I ever saw him play, I turned to Smitty and said, this is an NBA player. He's got size. He can defend. He's athletic. And he can shoot the pill. That's where all of his shots come from. And I'm like, some team is going to take a flyer on Lachey here. I think late second round. I had just him missing my top 60.
We got to trade.
And they get him. Are we up?
No, the Knicks traded Onyenso to Detroit.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it's a good pick for Detroit as a third big now behind Paul Reed and Jalen Darryn. But to finish my thought on Lachey Jones, this is a really intriguing guy that plays the Warriors brand of basketball. Shoots threes, smart, athletic, defends. It is an incredible pick. This is an incredible pick. I can't wait to watch Smitty's short and video on Lachey Jones.
So here's the pick as full details. I'm pretty sure that the Knicks will probably be receiving multiple second-round picks, even more cash, and you're going to Onyenso, a center, going to Detroit to back up B-ball Paul Reed and also Jalen Darryn.
Wow. I'm still kind of reeling on the Lachey Jones high. I'm so happy that he got drafted. I'm happy he went to Smitty's team, who can really enjoy what he can bring to the table.
So, Detroit, Isaiah Stewart replacement here?
This could be.
I mean, listen, I just said it. He's going to be that third big in their rotation behind Jalen Darryn and Paul Reed. So, clearly a player they valued. And
it's just for cash.
Is there a team that trades their picks more than the New York Knicks?
I told
do
you.
Not think that is the case.
I told you. I said I'd be highly shocked if we kept this 53rd pick.
Dude, I'm so fired up for Lachey, man.
Look at the screen. They messed it all up.
Oh, my God. What's going on? They call him a guard. ESPN doesn't know ball.
Oh, so I called Bryce Hopkins a guard.
That's bad. Yes, it was actually. Yeah, you had him as a guard. I think probably because of ESPN's database, and I said he's 6'7". He's literally going to be playing on the wing. 6'7".
Oh, please.
All right,
no.
so we head to the final 5 picks. The Rockets are on the clock. There's only been 2 players so far drafted tonight that weren't in my top 60. Those names being Bryce Hopkins and Lachey Jones.
I think we have another trade.
Lachey was 62 on my board, Hopkins 64. So the only 2 players drafted not in my top 60 just missed the cut by the first 5 guys. So I've been pretty spot up on my evaluation so far.
Rolling nose ball.
I tried my hardest. I'm excited to see if I can finish strong here.
So the Clippers are trading cash in the 57th pick, which they just acquired from the Hawks, and they'll move back up to pick 55.
So who's on the clock right now? Atlanta? The Clippers are on the clock at 55. Ooh, a Kentucky guy?
No, it is Northwestern.
Oh, then it's got to be my guy,
Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Nick Martinelli.
Nick Martinelli heads to the Clippers. And I had another in my top 60 going 60. I don't know if I'm just that good this year and I just really reached a cerebral level that can be unmatched, or the NBA is just using the same level of analytics that the general public uses to evaluate these guys. Because I don't have access to their tape and stories. I mean, I watch a lot
Just watch YouTube clips?
YouTube clips. I watch a lot of their games. I mean, I watch them throughout the year. I'm a big college basketball guy, but I do rely on a lot of analytics mixed with some film of old games and highlights to kind of evaluate these guys. And, well, I'm staying pretty true to form here. Martinelli, he's a throwback at 55. He is someone that isn't very athletic, but he is an incredible scorer of the basketball.
Shooter.
Yeah, really efficient. How about this stat? He is the all-time leader at Northwestern for points in a single season.
That's
kind of
crazy.
So, big-time season for the Wildcats. Likes to get to the mid-range. A little bit too much, unfortunately. 93rd percentile shooting from the midi. 47%, so very good there. But on 13 attempts per 100, that's a lot. He's one of those guys, though, that we talked about a bit earlier with Ryan Conwell. Can you shoot? Can you dribble? Can you pass? Well, Martinelli can do that. He shot 50, 40, 80 this year. That's high-level stuff. Very similar to Doug McDermott. The question is, will his defense, will his athleticism be good enough for him to stay in the NBA? I do think he has a tendency with the ball in his hands to put his head down and not create some opportunities for teammates, and he's only focused on himself scoring. So that's always a question mark. Do you make your teammates better? But I do like Nick Martinelli.
Could you see him as from looking at all the scouting reports, Bogdanovich type of player?
Bojan? I could see it.
Yeah.
Not Bogdan, but it would be Bojan.
No, not Bogdan. Yeah. Bojan. The former New York Knick.
Yeah.
Bojan Bogdanovich.
We got 4 picks left. I'll tell you what. I'm not obviously going to shoot 60 for 60 in my big board, but I at least am going to go, 52 of 60? And that's if the last 4 picks go a little wild. I am shocked that Aaron Nakumra hasn't been drafted tonight.
Could he be picked before the end of the draft?
I think he should be. If he would be the first call I make as if I was a GM. And for my Heat fans still watching, if I'm Miami, the first 2 calls I'm making in undrafted free agency, I'm calling Aaron Nakumra at Tennessee State, and I'm calling Donovan Atwell at Texas Tech. And I'm offering them a 2-way contract ASAP.
I mean, you might get this right the second the draft ends. We're going to get notifications. We are going to see signings happen just let's get a snap in. There we go. Just like that.
Yeah. What am I calling? No, what am I calling?
Milwaukee, last pick of the draft. Who's the last player draft?
I'm going to take a flyer and say the last player draft. Who's got the last pick right now? Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. Could you throw up the best players available?
I am going to take a shot and say that the Milwaukee Bucks draft Jaden Henley, the Grand Canyon forward. Do I think he's going to be drafted? No, but that's my shot in the dark.
I'm going to go with Trimble.
I'm going to go Lamar Wilkerson.
Lamar Wilkerson, I like that.
Okay. I'm going to go Trimble. I'm going to go Seth Trimble.
I think they're going to – I feel like they add someone in the front court on the wings because they have a lot of guards. I see a lot of people saying stay live for UDFAs. I got other stuff to do here. Not going to do that. We'll have a full UDFA recap tomorrow. But make sure you do subscribe so you don't miss that.
As the Lakers are now on the clock, are they going to take a big? It felt like they were waiting for Henry Vasar, but he went to the Atlanta Hawks. Now are the Lakers going to take somebody?
They don't know what to do.
Smitty tweeted out, LeJay Jones, former Bonnie, gets drafted first Bonnie to be taken since Andrew Nicholson. Now, as much as I call him a Bonnie, because he played there 2 years ago before transferring to Florida State, I don't think you can clarify him as a Bonaventure player being drafted because that is not the school that he played at in his final year in college. So that's a fraudulent tweet there by Tyler Smith. That's a fraudulent tweet there by Tyler.
He's trying.
Colton saying Bucks take Nate Biddle or Nick Boyd. Don't hate those shots in the dark. King Nacho says shoot another half-hour Heat video on Conwell. Hell yeah, I'm in on it. I don't know if you're being sarcastic. The video was 9.5 minutes long. Shows your attention span if you are being sarcastic.
The pick is in. Who are the Lakers taking?
Best big man available, they need one, is Rafael Castro from George Washington. So that could be an option. I also could see them going Toby Owaka from Arizona. If they go big, let me go with Owaka or Castro. That'd be my two guesses for the Lakers here at 56.
Let's see.
They trade out and say, give us our cash back.
All right, Mark Tatum is going to the podium right now.
We're going to find out live.
Oh, it's that guy.
We got the Russian. We got the Russian.
It's Chenko.
We got the Russian.
A guard.
They go with Feshula Ishenko, the Russian guard. And I just got to be completely honest with you guys. I don't know much about him.
Do we have a scouting report on him?
We have our first draft industrial complex.
No, we do have graphics. I know that.
Yes, we have a scouting
Look at that big cam.
Look at that, man.
Come on.
6'8". Could you call him a guard? At
He's been
6'8"?
He's been listed as a guard forward. I couldn't find much on him.
I think we've got us a tall guard right now.
He's a tall guard.
And the Lakers have traded the pick to the Mavericks.
Oh, it's the Coop Special. It's the Coop Special.
The Coop Special.
The Coop Special. They're going with Eshela Ishenko. It's going to take me a minute to think about how to say the first name every time. Yeah, Ishenko, I wish I could tell you a lot about him. I've never seen him play live. He's got good positional size and very limited opportunities. He did shoot a ridiculous mark from three, 45%, 50% from the field. So playing overseas in Russia, he's put together some nice numbers. And now the Dallas Mavericks bring him on here. I would imagine it's a draft and stash.
That would make sense for it to be a draft and stash.
I have a hard time envisioning them bringing him over year one, but maybe I'm wrong.
Did I not just call this 60 seconds ago?
What did you call?
The Lakers would just trade out of their picks.
Oh, you did.
You did
because
say it.
Baysar ended up getting off the board.
I know this.
Sam Brown enters the chat as a ball knower.
The Summer of Sam.
The Summer of Sam has me dead. So now we have only 4 picks left. Hawks at 57, Pelicans, Bucks, and Timberwolves.
Is this like look at ESPN right now, Rolly. It says Hawks reported trade to Clippers, but the Rockets are on the clock.
Wait, what?
We have the Rockets on the clock, but
Oh,
look what
okay.
ESPN has.
Yeah.
You see how confusing ESPN makes their broadcast?
Yeah, so they don't even know.
So here's what we have. Here's the final 4 picks of the NBA draft. You have the Rockets at 57, and then you have the Pelicans, you have the Timberwolves, and then the Bucks round out the NBA draft.
That's how this thing finalizes, barring another trade, which we'll probably get one. I mean, if I'm Miami, though, for my Heat fans still hanging out with us, with 4 more picks remaining, the likelihood that we can maybe sign in an undrafted free agency a guy like Aaron Nkrumah and Donovan Atwell rises. Like I said, my first 2 calls, if I'm the Heat, once this draft ends, is to an Aaron Nkrumah, trying to get him as a UDFA, and Donovan Atwell. If those two guys go elsewhere, I would then call Seth Trimble, and I would call Rafael Castro, the center from George Washington, because you needed another developmental big in your system since you traded Kalel Ware. Maybe Toby Awaka as well. There are some intriguing college guys still there that you can add as a UDFA on a two-way contract or an Exhibit 10.
Yeah, that'll be for sure. I mean, it's interesting to see who all the undrafted free agents are going to be. But we still got 830 people watching with us right now. So obviously you're still here with the 57th pick in the draft. So if you're having a good time and you want a shout out, go ahead, spam your me's down in the chat. I want to hear from all of you. Unkafi official talking about Jamarion Sharp competing for a roster spot. Do you know who Jamarion Sharp is, Rolly? He is the tallest player in college basketball.
What school did he play at?
He was at Western
Tech?
Kentucky. Then he went to Louisiana Tech.
I didn't make it. He didn't get in my top one.
Oh, he is not great at basketball. What?
Olivier? I forgot
How
you say
tall
his
is
last name.
Olivier?
He's like actually 7'8".
He's 7'8".
Yeah. It's,
Jamarion's 7'5".
yeah, no, he's actually 7'8". But we got Elijah, we got TP, we got Red, we got Brian Daughtry. Keep on spamming those me's as we get to the end of the draft here. 4 more picks. We somehow don't know who the Rockets are picking at 57. Yeah, slowing down with the final 4.
Slowing down for
four
the final
picks.
4.
Ridiculous. Who's your guy? What about him? So hold on. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that I had in my top 60 still undrafted. Can I go 4 for 4 to end it so I only miss 3 guys in my top 60 not going drafted? That'd be pretty fucking good.
That's pretty good.
I got to write all 4 in a row, though. Honestly, I wouldn't even get gritty. Just give me 2 out of 4. And if I go 55 of 60 in my top 60 being drafted, I'd be pretty thrilled about that. The ones that I'm really surprised that haven't been taken yet would be Aaron Nkrumah, Castro, and Lipsy. I feel like those guys would have been taken. I understand I was higher on Quadir Copeland and Seth Trimble than others. So those guys won't surprise me if they go undrafted. But Nkrumah, Lipsy, and Castro will be stunning to me. Oh, we have another correction. Fisher effed up again.
Oh, Lord. Jake Fisher, what are
So
we
they're
doing?
picking at 57, not
They kept pick 57.
when they traded for 55.
Yeah.
And who the fuck are they taking?
No!
I've never heard
Narcisse Ngoy
Narcisse Noy.
is the... Or,
I would assume that G silent. Either the G silent or the,
Or the
N,
N
silent.
is silent.
It's either Noy or Goy.
What a disaster!
Can we say F Sam?
F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam.
F
Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam, F Sam.
Oh. Hey, oh my God, we got people in the chat saying it. The King's out here. Oh, he's a Frenchman
He's
too.
a Frenchie.
I actually have no clue who this guy is.
I don't think ESPN has a single thing on him. They're going to Fran Fischella. Even TV is spamming F Sam.
Wait, he played for Auburn?
Who is this guy?
Did he commit to Auburn? He played at Ligue Nationale de Basket.
He's 7 feet tall.
He looks big.
Bro, okay, 260? What do we think?
I'm saying 245.
245.
This guy's a chunky dude, man.
Yep.
He averaged 10.6 points per game for
Wait a minute. I might say he might be 260. Dude, you should. This guy's big. I can't believe we have this. This is something. Just so you guys know, when we head into the draft, we do our research. I have a doc with my top 100 guys in the draft. We have 165 guys in our draft database. Remember, there's only 60 picks. So that covers another 105 guys that could be drafted or not drafted. And then Narcisse Goy shows up.
what was that one dude from NC State back in the day? The big dude?
I think I know who you're talking about, but
Yes,
oh, did you say NC State or Florida State?
NC State.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Florida State.
No,
and I was
NC
trying to
State.
think of that because there was a really tall, big guy at Florida State that I can't remember. I can't believe this guy just got drafted. I've never heard of him. Sam is like, he takes his craft seriously.
Yes.
He's really good at his craft. He's so mad that he doesn't have a guy.
Yeah,
in the
he's
database.
very mad.
Oh!
Oh!
What do you think? How do you pronounce this team?
Potier?
Potier?
Potier? Potier.
Poitiers.
Potier. Potier.
How do you think he says his name as a Frenchman?
Merci.
I'm guessing the N is Cypher and the G might be
I thought it would
Narcisse.
be Noy.
Narcisse Noy.
Narcisse Noy.
Noy.
Or Ngoy.
That was Italian.
Or like Ngoy.
Ngoy. They have no film on this guy.
They
on
didn't talk
ESPN.
about him once again. They're talking about other picks. And that's rightfully so. I have no clue what we're doing. Bring me, from the Heat's perspective, Aaron Nakuma, Donovan Atwell in UDFA.
I love that the Knicks got Tyler Nickel.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
They asked him at the Combine, who are 3 people he'd love to get dinner with. He said Jesus,
Yeah, I did see this quote,
Martin
yeah.
Luther King, and LeBron James.
Quite the array of people.
Would you rather take 50?
Oh, Jaron Pierre off the board. The SMU guard forward. I like Jaron Pierre. He just missed my top 60. I think he's at 61. He is. Fucker. Damn, that hurts. Hurts a little bit. Top 61. But he goes here to 58 to the Pelicans. Was the Conference USA Player of the Year, I believe, before transferring to SMU. Pierre's got good size. I saw SMU play Louisville this year in Dallas. That's where we're located. I went to go watch that game. It was a great game. SMU won at home. I wanted to see Mikel Brown, who, by the way, went for like 33 in that game. But Jaron Pierre stood out to me. I walked away from that game thinking, oh, who is Jaron Pierre Jr.? Because he was one of the better players on this SMU team with Boopy Miller. And there was another guard, I'm forgetting his name, was a good defensive guy. But they had 3 guards that could play. Pierre, Boopy, and the other guy I couldn't remember. Pierre's got length. He shot well from 3 this year, 37%. This is a sneaky guy that I like, man. I'm a fan of Jaron Pierre Jr. If I was a Pelicans fan, I would be pretty excited about this flyer to end the second round.
Flyer to end the second round. I mean, if you saw him, you got firsthand experience of watching him play. If the Pelicans can find something, I mean, maybe he'll be on a 2-way contract. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, 3rd final pick of the draft. 3rd to last pick, I should say. Boopy cold. As we got the T-Wolves on the clock and the pick is in.
Oh, what an awful pick. We've kind of lost it with our top 60. But
Where was
Trey
he on?
Kaufman-Renn, the Purdue center, heading to the Timberwolves at 59, was 82nd on my board. Trey Kaufman-Renn, a skilled big man. But my issue with him when it comes to the NBA is that he is severely undersized. He's 6'7" 3/4", and he's not an athlete whatsoever. He won at college by being more aggressive, by having skilled footwork, solid jump hook over his left shoulder, right-handed. I just don't think he is going to be able to cut it out in the NBA, because how is he going to be playing his style of ball, which is inside bully ball at 6'9"? And that's, by the way, with shoes on. That's pretty brutal. I just don't see how he makes it in the NBA. But
a small
the Purdue
guy.
center. Do what I did yesterday.
Recap it,
recap,
and
yeah.
then we'll get up. Okay.
Man. All right, we got one more pick. Who will be the final pick of the draft?
Who did I say was going to be? I said Seth Trimble.
That would be fun. I like Seth Trimble.
I said it was going to be Seth Trimble. Carter says the Heat posted you on Twitter.
No way.
He says, Rolly, the Heat posted you on Twitter.
Oh my God, I did. Chills.
What? The Heat Twitter page?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, there it is. The Heat just got a dog in the second round.
Chills. Shout out to the Heat.
Shout out to the Heatles.
Thanks for giving that shout out. I don't know who did that. Carter Reimer on their chat sports said they did. Yeah. Me and my guy Anthony. Dog. You know who's also on that graphic? Fun fact? Smitty. Because my profile picture is me and Smitty, and I have Smitty in a Heat uniform. Because when 3 years ago the Heat beat the Bulls in the play, and we had a party. This is killing me. I've lost all train of thought. What's happening?
What is going on?
Terry and Arnold is basically light and Grizzlies.
Oh, okay. I saw that. I thought it was something NBA related.
No, nothing that serious. She got me playing my first round. All right, we got the last pick in. Get your predictions. I forget what I said.
Who did I have them taking? I took the guy from Grand Canyon.
Yeah. Oh, I said Melvin Council.
All right, so we're already Shams is already tweeting out two-way deals.
I love it.
AK Okereke is going to the Lakers.
Hold on. Let me get my bearings. That's funny that I was on the Heat graphic though. All right, so the final pick here, 60. It is the Bucks. Oh, they take Malik Lewis, the wing from Melbourne. Baby.
As he does not have a rating from you. 6'8" forward from Southeast Melbourne. Is that a G League or is that an NBL logo? Is that so is he a G Leaguer?
That was he was a G.
So he was a G Leaguer, but he's Melbourne, obviously from Australia, from down under. Coming off a season with much improved results from shooting from deep, so he's one of the shooters for the Milwaukee Bucks. Strong frame, which enables him to finish consistently at the rim. But as what you would probably find with the 60th pick in the draft, that he cannot be a shot creator for himself or others. As you can see his stats from his time in Southeast Melbourne, around 7 points per game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 45.5 field goal percentage.
Heat two-way contract. Trey Donaldson, the guard who played with Miami, the Hurricanes, he stays in Miami. Trey Donaldson heading to the Miami Heat on a two-way deal. Played at Michigan before transferring to Miami. So Trey Donaldson is the first UDFA that the Heat sign. That doesn't surprise me. They hosted Trey on a workout. So they have 2 more two-way contracts to give out. I'm still calling Aaron Nkrumah, and I'm still calling Donovan Atwell. Trey Donaldson does not surprise me. I do think Donovan Atwell will happen.
So that concludes the NBA draft. And we were done at 10:30 Eastern time.
Yeah, I'm going to send out this tweet just 1 second, and then I'll sign off here, and we'll have you guys get taken through the second round by Brett Elper.
That's me.
Actually, I can just do it now. All right, Heat fans, we're going to sign off. NBA fans, Elper's going to take you to the entire second round. We'll have a video out tomorrow morning, Heat fans, with updated UDFA signings, more on Ryan Conwell. So be on the lookout for that. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. I appreciate everybody for being very nice and hanging with us the last 2 days. Heat fans, we're signing off right now. NBA fans, enjoy Brett Elper taking you through the entire second round. Heat fans, see you soon.
Appreciate you, Nick Roloff, for being with us the last 2 days, giving all great analysis from the NBA draft. I mean, it was a very exciting NBA draft from what we've had in previous years. Not too much crazy stuff happening in the first round. I mean, you had your basically predictable picks, the first 6. You had your top 4 being what everybody thought the top 4 was going to be. But once we got to the second round, that's when all of the trades just happened. We were seeing every other pick was being a trade. Every single other one. And guys, that's why you subscribe to the channel, because we give you guys the content you deserve. We're going over every single pick. Every single pick was live here on the channel. And some of the picks, like right now, ESPN, they're giving the final pick of the draft. We already had it for you. We already gave you guys a little bit of analysis on who that pick is. So is this a full loop cut? All right, just recap it. I got you. Are we doing the intro? Are we doing an intro? All right, so let's recap the entire draft before we get on out of here. All 60 picks that happened, as you guys can see, like I said, the first 4 picks. AJ Dybantsa to the Wizards, Darryn Peterson to the Jazz, Cameron Boozer to the Grizzlies, Caleb Wilson to the Chicago Bulls. The top 4 rounding out the 4 best players in the draft by far. Then Keaton Wagler going to the Clippers, Mikel Brown Jr., Brooklyn, Darius Acuff Jr. to the Kings, Kingston Flemings to the Atlanta Hawks at number 8. Got 3 out of the 4 next picks are from Michigan. Morez Johnson Jr. going to Dallas. Brayden Burries to the Milwaukee Bucks. Yaxel Lendeborg, the forward out of Michigan, going to the Golden State Warriors. Aday Mara, the big from Michigan, to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nate Ament going to the Milwaukee Bucks at 13. On a Steinbach going to the Hornets at 14. Dalen Swain to Chicago at 15. Bennett Sturts, 16 to OKC. Abeka Akori, number 17 to Detroit Pistons. Christian Anderson, another shooter, to Charlotte at 18. Allen Graves at number 19 to Toronto. Jaden Quaintance at number 20 to the San Antonio Spurs. Now we're rounding out a little bit towards the back end of the first round of the NBA draft. Kareem Lopez, 21 to the Memphis Grizzlies. LeBaron Vylon Jr. to the Philadelphia 76ers, Mr. Chip. Zubi Ejiofor to the Atlanta Hawks, the big man from St. John's at 23. Cameron Carr to the Lakers at 24. Lakers did not get a big man in this draft. Sergio De La Rey, 25. Not going to be a stash and draft and stash. He's going to the Mavericks at 25. Terrence Reed Jr., 26, to the San Antonio Spurs. Chris Sinek Jr., the forward out of Houston, to Boston. And then Joshua Jefferson to Brooklyn at 28. Rounding out the first round of the draft, Alex Caravan, the forward out of UConn. Cole Pete to number 30 to the Phoenix Suns. Bruce Thornton, number 31, as we're now getting into the second round. But before we get into the second round, I want to ask you guys, as we round it out, the top 30 picks of the NBA draft. That was the whole entire first round. Who will be the best pick of the NBA draft? I want to hear from you. Let me know down below. Down below. I think it's going to be AJ Dybantsa, but you guys let me know down in the comments section. Let's keep it going with the second round as we start. Bruce Thornton got us going at round 2, pick 31, the guard at Ohio State, to the Houston Rockets. Richie Saunders, 32, to the Memphis Grizzlies. Isaiah Evans, pick 33, to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Malik Thomas, the Arkansas guard, to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trayvon Brazile, the big man out of Arkansas. 2 Arkansas guys going back-to-back. He's going number 35 to the Denver Nuggets. Bobby Miller, Forward out of Cincinnati, 36 to the Clippers. Ryan Conwell to Mr. Nick Roloff's Miami Heat. Brayden Smith, 38 to the Pacers. Jack Kyle, number 39 to the New York Knicks. Dylan Mitchell, number 40 to the Boston Celtics. My guy, Otega Owe from Kentucky, going number 41 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Jacoby Gillespie, 42 to the San Antonio Spurs. Tyler Bilodeau, is that how you say it, Rolly? Yeah, I got it right. Look at that. 43 to the Brooklyn Nets. Malik Brown, 44 to the San Antonio Spurs. Emmanuel Sharp out of Houston going Sacramento to pick 45. Felix Okpara, the big man out of Tennessee, 46 to the Washington Wizards. My favorite pick of the entire draft, Tyler Nickel, the shooter, going to my New York Knicks at pick 47. Toby Lawal, 48 to the Dallas Mavericks. Bryce Hopkins, 49 to the Denver Nuggets. Jaden Bradley, the guard out of Arizona, going pick 50 to the Toronto Raptors. Isaiah Nelson, he is going to the Orlando Magic at 51. Henry Vassar, everybody thought he was going to the Lakers. No, he's going to the Atlanta Hawks at pick 52. Ugonna Onyenso, pick 53, going to the Detroit Pistons. LeJay Jones, 54, out of Florida State. And St. Bonaventure to the Golden State Warriors. Nick Martinelli, Northwestern, 55 to the Clippers. And then, how do I say this? Visalad Ishenko. I'm going to get that Russian guy's name right at one point. 56 to the Dallas Mavericks. Narcisse Ngoy, the French man, going to 57 to the Clippers. Jaron Pierre Jr., the guard out of SMU, 58 to the Pelicans. Trey Kaufman-Renn, 59 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And rounded it out, Malik Lewis going pick 60 to the Milwaukee Bucks. Guys, that was all 60 picks, and we were live here for every single one of them. And we're not stopping there. We will be live for the start of NBA free agency on Tuesday, so don't miss out on a single thing. We got you guys covered here with all the free agency, all the draft news, all the undrafted free agents, so make sure you hit that sub button right now. We'll see you guys on Tuesday for NBA free agency.